We are now live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Howdy.
What's up?
Spoilers. This is technically session 3, but for the group before us, session 2. Mm-hmm. And for one of us here, session 1.
Let's go.
But very quickly, because we are not doing the cold open this time, if I could just go from Johnny over. Just a very quick introduction of who you are and what you're playing.
Hi, I'm Johnny. I play Roren, the elven bard.
Love it, love it.
Cryptic, alright.
I'm Caitlin. I am playing Melody. She is a satyr bard.
Alright, I'm Damon. I'm playing Savadar Rin, and he is a sea elf wizard.
Alright, yes. So a little bit of background. Damon's availability has been a little uncertain. So we introduced him with the rest of the party, and we'll see sort of what happens with that. We'll play it by ear and see. I'll be taking over Savadar in the patches that Damon's unavailable. But yeah.
I'm excited to hear your voice for him.
And
Dan will have to adjust his.
Yes, I'm glad that made it on the record, because it'll be a dynamic that we explore together in the spirit of collaborative storytelling.
Yeah.
Where we last left off, our band of fearless fae friends ditched their kobold companions and marched on down to the manor of Sir Roren Balcyne in an attempt to loot some of his possessions and also to replace the magical or highly valued horn of his brother with a replica made by Alder Balcyne. While down there, they took every precaution to disguise themselves and to ensure that the lie would pass without any detection from the guards. However, the moment the horn was taken from its resting place deep within this basement vault, the stone statue at the corner of the room sprang to life, swooped over, sort of menacingly posing in front of Rukalan, who then cast silence on essentially the entire room. Johnny, if you could confirm, is silence a 20-foot radius?
Yes, it is a 20-foot radius.
Okay, then it's everything in the room except for these 3 tiles back here. As this silence kind of ripples out, I have to postpone a laptop update. Lots of fun. Initiative has all been rolled. I pull up my Excel spreadsheet to prove it. He said, frantically typing. And in this moment of sort of like uncertain panic, the silence kind of pings out. There's no sound, not even your heartbeats or the breathing in your chest. Savadar, you have the initiative.
What do I know about what's happened? Like, where's the door to the room?
Door to the room is opposite you, so all the way over here.
And what do I know about... Was that where we came in from?
Yes.
What did happen just outside of that room?
So outside of the room is a sort of like damp, kind of earth-packed, boxy room with a few torches on the walls. You would understand that at one point there were guards here, but when you came down here, you came a little bit behind the other two. It's all deserted as far as you can tell. You did hear, when you first came in, you knocked this, I think it was a lute that you knocked over, which you reset. But then you did hear it fall again shortly before this all happened. So you are aware that there is someone else in the hallway coming down, but the hallway sort of goes to this little, is it an antechamber, and then the vault is beyond that.
Okay. What do I have going on here? This, I did not expect to go first. So unusual for me.
I know, right?
So it's these 3 back corners you said that are not covered by silence?
Yes.
Cool.
Very nice.
And when you're in silence, you cannot cast any spells that have verbal components, and you are deafened, so you cannot hear anyone outside.
Do not use thunder damage on somebody inside a silence cone.
I'm
Yes.
so useless now.
Please don't tell me you're all thunder spells.
I'm a lot of verbal spells.
Most things are.
Yeah.
You could move to them.
Yeah. And I don't know about that rug. Alright.
Jump on the barrel and then
Where's the
There's
barrel?
a barrel in the middle of that
Yeah.
rug.
jump.
It's probably gonna be worse.
It's on its side, you know, kind of.
I literally just shoved it off the top of.
I am gonna run to that corner because there's no other option for me.
Are you attempting to jump on top of the barrel for any reason?
It'd be an athletics check, wouldn't it?
It'd be an acrobatics check.
I'm gonna probably say no because I think I have like. Oh, actually, yeah, I will try that.
Okay.
Acrobatics check?
Yes, please.
D20 ring?
Come on, come on.
Ooh, that is a 7.
A 7.
Plus.
No, that's a 7.
Oh.
You kind of like leap out and you kind of like stand on the barrel, like both feet land.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of like brace your knees for the impact, and the barrel just like slips out.
Nice.
It's gonna launch itself into the corner here. You were
It
knocked.
makes no noise. Oh,
Uh,
no,
That makes noise. That makes a big boom boom as it hits because it comes right out of the radius of the thing.
Nice.
But you land silently on your back. You're prone. And I believe when you're prone, you make dex saves with disadvantage.
Okay.
Yep.
So I need you to make a dex save with disadvantage.
Here comes the rugged smothering.
Yeah.
Rugged smothering.
First rugged smothering.
We have a 12.
Okay. You fall on your back
Mm-hmm.
as all these little, like, there's these golden moon designs all around this rug. And you watch as they all begin to glow and up above you
Nice.
and then bombard down. You take 12 points of radiant damage.
Yo.
You've used
What,
5...
radiant?
Yes. You've used 5 feet of movement. This rug is now activated, so these like little moon things are continuously bombarding, striking anything that's within their space. It would take half your movement to stand up, so if you have 30 feet of movement, it's 15 to stand back up.
Mm-hmm.
But if you'd like to continue, you can.
You could
I
use.
can't know if that's gonna hit me again if I move.
You don't know.
I'm gonna have to try to get out. So
So you could stand up where your feet
So
are.
And
you've
yeah.
used 20 feet of movement at this point.
Yeah.
And you're going to try 25-30 or 25-30.
Yeah, if you have sound there.
Yeah.
You can talk
Except
in the
if I go
corner.
on to the next tile, I might get hit again. And
Uh-huh.
I can't take another hit like that.
I leave it up to you.
I'm gonna go back to the tile I was at.
Back to here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, why did you go there?
So I don't get hit again because I'm. What's bloodied? Is it half?
Yeah, it's an unofficial term.
I'm bloodied.
Oh
So
boy.
you like jump out, crash into this thing, land on the ground. This thing activates, and it's just silently this like, and you are able to kind of scramble up and back. You have your action if you'd like to use it for anything. You can dodge if you'd like, or
Cut up the rug with a dagger.
Let me see here. No, I can't use anything. Wow. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna sit still.
Do are you dodging or?
Dodging what?
You can
you
use
can
a
take the
dodge
dodge action. So it makes attacks against you have disadvantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
You kind of like getting ready to avoid anything that might come your way. Maybe not the most productive turn that's ever been had, but you know,
Now we know, guys.
that's all I feel from here. With that, nobody hears anything. And Melody, it is your turn.
First question.
Mhm.
Knowing things about dragons, is there anything I'd be able to tell about this?
Is there a check you're trying to make, or something you're trying to figure out? about
Just trying to figure out what it could be, if it's an actual dragon, type of dragon, that kind of thing.
Yeah, make a nature check.
Nature. +1. That would be an 8.
An 8. It does not look like a real dragon in the sense that its skin is made of like mud and stone. Beyond that, you can't really tell if it's meant to be a certain type of dragon, or the age of it. Really, it doesn't really look the most dragon-like of dragons.
Cool. Mirthful Leap.
Mm-hmm.
I can make a long or a high jump. I want to go onto the things in the middle.
Yep, you're gonna leap up to like here.
I can roll a d8 and add the number rolled to the number of feet I cover in a jump.
Sure, yeah, roll a d8.
7.
7, so 7 feet. You're not getting a running jump, so I'm not sure what the rules are for that, but you can
It
hop
says even when making a standing jump.
up here. Sure, yeah. So you hop up.
Is it? I'm assuming it's difficult terrain.
Yes.
So I've moved 7 feet.
Yeah.
Normally, because jumping, I don't think that. Yeah. So I want to go as many feet across as I can. Like I want to go as far across as I can, basically.
So let's say 5, 10, 15. And you want to hop down 20?
I would like to hop down one side.
Sure.
And turn. And how many feet have I moved, sorry?
7, but then it's 5, 10, 15. So 15 plus 7. Somewhere math 22.
So, and where does silence end in the if I went out that door with silence?
You're not silenced right now. Actually.
No, but
you are not fully aware of this. Like there's no visible boundary.
Can I actually go? I want to go out the door.
Sure. You can go here.
Well, Daniel, couldn't she just do a diagonal jump and then?
Well, she's already gone here out of thing, but then she can go there.
That's fine. I'll go there. Object interaction to open the door.
It should be open. Shouldn't it?
It's propped. It's not closed. Mm-hmm. So I want to.
Yeah, you can
open the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use my action to exit.
To dash?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I want to go. How does the door open? It's a slide, right?
Yes. And
I would like to slide it so it gives me cover, basically.
Okay, yeah. So you're kind of we'll say you're kind of here.
And I want to talk hello.
You can hear yourself.
I can hear myself. Cool. I'm in a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't hear me inside. Never mind. That's so dumb. Oh, I would like to use... Okay, this does not say... It says, you spin words laced with magic, an unsettled creature, and cause it to doubt itself. As a bonus action, you can expend 1 use of your bardic inspiration and choose one creature that you can see within 60 feet of you.
Mm-hmm.
Roll the dice. This creature must subtract the number rolled from this next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn. So it doesn't have to be able to hear me.
Yeah,
correct?
Doesn't sound like it.
Cool. I'm gonna hold it.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone will be able to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. So as that happens, Rue, this thing is bearing down on you. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception's a solid 11, my friend.
11?
Solid 11.
Yeah, it's just kind of bearing down on you. Very angry in its silence.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna draw my rapier and I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at this thing.
Go for it.
Go.
21.
Nice.
21 is definitely going to pierce it.
And now I'm also going to go ahead and activate a blade flourish.
Oh, please.
Flourish. I'm going to use mobile flourish, actually. So, what I get to do here is I will get to add my damage die. I get to add a d6. So what it's going to do is I will push the target 5 feet, and then I roll a damage die to move it. My bardic inspiration will move it even more feet after that.
Cool.
So I do believe it would be heading into a wall, which would be, if I'm not mistaken, some bludgeoning damage from being forced into a wall.
I don't believe that's how that works. I think your movement is stopped if you hit something.
Oh, if you
if
stop. If that's the case, then I will do slashing damage. I will do slashing flourish instead to deal extra damage.
Sure.
Actually, I will still do mobile. I have a plan here.
I think I see it.
This is our exit strategy. Follow me.
What?
Anyways, Daniel, that's going to be max damage, so that's going to be a solid 11.
Oh, okay.
And then this thing is going to be shoved 5 feet back.
All right, yeah, you stab it, and it, like you just kind of like stab and force it back.
Yep.
The blade kind of slides clean as it against the wall.
So now I could use my reaction to move as my movement speed up to him, but I'm going to choose not to.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to go 5, 10, and 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, you can't go diagonal through the crack. But yeah, you can go there.
Straight out there.
You're kind of squeezed into the same space as
No,
Melody
you're
right now.
left with the thing.
Yep.
Its turn.
I have given you a way out of this.
All right.
It's its turn next, so
It is
maybe
its
not.
turn.
Shoot.
You have the horn.
Yes, I do have the horn though, so...
Here we go.
It is going
Sit
to
down and pray.
Uh-oh.
peer around the corner. Its wings kind of out
Yep.
as it launches itself at you, still in silence.
Yep. I'm
it
not going to let out the
lands
door.
Right in front of you with this heavy sort of, again, silent, right? Like it kind of like flexes at the impact. It is first going to make a claw attack against you.
Cool.
That is going to be in 18.
That hits.
You take 8 points of slashing damage.
Cool.
As it sort of like almost not backhands, but like reaches over and like claws down.
Excellent.
Lets out this again silent roar and is going for a bite attack on you.
Oh boy.
Sort of right on your shoulder collarbone. That is going to be a 12 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. It like bites wildly and you're able to kind of force it off.
Yep.
As you see this, there are gemstones glistening in this thing's throat.
Oh.
It seems like
The mission might have just
in
changed.
some ways potential can show itself in the strangest of moments.
Oh.
What do you say? I'm thinking.
As this is happening,
I'm thinking we get the gems. Did I see the gems as well?
yes.
Cool.
But as this is happening, the two of you here, thief,
Uh-oh.
and turning,
Shit.
his arms folded. I'm just gonna put him over here because he's not on the map just yet. About like 15 feet away from you, arms folded.
Oh, Captain Fallon.
Is Captain Fallon.
Shit.
You thought you could trick me?
Technically, I did.
No. I should have known so much sooner. When you told us you came here by boat. Roren always tells us in his letters that his ships can fly. That's all he talks about. That you come in here by the sea? I think not.
Son of a gun.
You underestimate my brave master and his legendary quests.
Well, at least I still
know
look
what
like
I mean.
Roren. Well, I'll give your master this. He's got good taste in armor.
Kind of like look. Are you complimenting?
Oh no, my friend, I am complimenting my own, and I gesture to the nice the nice leaf-based armor I'm wearing right now.
Kind of like looks at it and kind of clues in, like, how dare you wear his armor?
Hey pal, I got past you, didn't I?
And for that, I'll take your hands.
Ooh.
I'm still here like,
He has dashed in here.
Is
He's
he at
got.
the top of the stairs?
He's not. The stairs are down a hallway, so he's at the front of the entrance. He's got in his hands like a battle axe that he's pulled off from the barracks. His armor, he's not wearing as full. It's just kind of like patchwork leather that he's thrown on just to get here. But he's got murder in his eyes towards both of you. And further back, you can hear scuffling, as perhaps the other two guards are on their way down as well. As this is happening,
You take the angry guy. I got the stone statue.
I
Savadar,
have a
you are up
plan.
again.
No one.
Still in silence.
I'm gonna draw my rapier,
Okay.
Yes.
and I'm gonna just, is this 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
9, 10, 15, I guess I'll just be here.
Sure.
Oh,
That's your full movement.
Daniel.
Your turn's over.
Oh,
Yeah, your turn's over.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
Can I drop a concentration whenever I like, or does it have to be on my turn? to
I
drop
believe
it?
you can do it whenever you like.
They already know we're here.
They already know. I will drop the concentration before you move into melee if that helps you at all, Damon. If that changes your options.
Let's do it.
And suddenly sound, and you hear the blood rushing in your ears, the singing sounds of these little moon emblems kind of crashing into the carpet and up again, and the growls of this sort of like heavy dragon construct as it kind of turns aware of your presence.
Okay, I'm just making sure I... I'm not going to do that quite yet. I am going to activate my blade zone.
All right. What is that?
Yes!
What does this look like?
I don't know. I'm going to say that it's kind of like Ford a little bit, where it's like there's like mists and steam that are just like coming off the sword kind of thing.
Lovely.
And I, having taken damage, am pretty peeved. My temper's showing. And and that's my bonus action. I can use it as bonus action. So then I will, in my steamy rage, as we'll call it, Salvador's steamy rage, I will unleash on this guy.
All right.
I have never done a melee attack yet.
Ooh!
How does that work? Do I just
You roll a
have
V?
one attack right now?
Does Blade Song allow you to add your intelligence? It is one attack now.
Yeah, so it's you begin. These are the things. You gain a bonus to your AC equal to your intelligence modifier. Walking speed increased by 10. Advantage on dexterity checks, and you gain a bonus to any Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration on a spell.
Okay, so I think it's just your... It's a dexterity... D20 plus your dex modifier plus your proficiency. So it'll be 2 plus dex.
2 plus dex. Okay. So 3. Okay. Oh my gosh. To 10.
So 10.
Yeah. And as me, I only get one attack. Is that how?
2 plus dex plus proficiency?
No, because it's proficiency is plus 2.
Oh, that was the 2.
Yeah, only one attack now. So as you...
Wait. I'm confused.
Is
Oh,
it not
AC,
being
sorry.
flanked?
Oh, it is being flanked.
No, we're not doing flanking rolls here. We're going to roll those out later.
Boo.
Boo.
I think that is... Yeah, that's it though. Yeah, so you kind of stab and kind of like catches it under its arm and kind of like shoves back. It's got some quite human movements for this dragon thing. But unless you have any bonus action you'd like... Oh, you've already used your bonus action. Cool. Then we get to Rakir's turn. As this guard like runs around the corner. Visibly a little groggy. He's got like his armor's a little like undone. It's not fully fastened, and he's only got like I think it's just, a little spear in his hand. He doesn't have. It's like a sheath where his short sword would be. Kind of looking confused. You tricked us.
Me? Never. I was just here for a good time.
Kind of just, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for what you did, and look, please just put down anything you stole, and we can just take you to jail somewhere. It'll be fine.
Kid, you're not exactly giving us an incentive to surrender. Jail isn't exactly great.
It's better than death.
Let's try not to kill these poor guys. They're just worker schmucks.
At this point, he's sort of dashed around to get here. Melody, it's your turn.
I'm gonna look at the captain.
They're
Oh,
centered.
darling, don't you know never to cross a bard?
Oh.
Bardic. I'm going to expend one use of Bardic Inspiration, and he has to now subtract a 4 from his next saving throw.
Nice.
And then I am going to suggest
Oh.
Dear, I think you should just go to a tavern and have an ale.
Okay. Is that a wisdom save?
That is a wisdom save.
Okay. He makes it with advantage because he is an elf.
It's fine, but he takes 4 off of whatever.
First roll is a 13. Not a good start. I think that's another. Yeah. And then a 6, so a 2.
He fails.
Yes, definitely. And he has to pursue this to the best of his ability on his turn.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. You are now concentrating on this.
Uh-huh.
As he sort of kind of gets visibly dizzy. His eyes kind of like unfocused for a bit.
Cool.
And the axe kind of like lowers in his arms. As this is happening, Rakier like looks at him and looks to you and like he knows what's happening because it's.
I'm gonna wank.
Oh gee.
Rakier, I think it'd be so much more fun with me than with him.
He kind of like goes a little red, but he's like not really sure what's happening. Are you doing anything else?
I'll say, if your captain's gonna leave, you should follow. And I will. Can I see the dragon thing through the door, or am I still like behind the door?
You're here. It slides out, right? So you can see.
I
both.
want to push the door closed to the best of my ability.
Oh, okay.
Like half closed.
Oh,
half
okay.
close it. Give him like half cover.
Oh, I see how it is. Yeah. You kind of like you half close the door.
Die.
As Rakier is like he's very afraid of you.
Mm-hmm.
But also, he was just partying it up with you. He's maybe a little bashful at everything that's happening. Somewhere between seduced and afraid for his life.
Not the best place to be.
Not the best. It's a look you've seen before.
Wow.
As Melody, if that's your turn,
That's my turn.
then Rue, you're up.
Okay. I am actually going to go ahead and use my action to do a second level casting of good old fashioned Bane.
Okay, and this is your last second level spell slot.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Okay.
Both and if I believe I'm Bane is going to be I need both what's
Rakier?
Rakier and the stone dragon to make a charisma saving throw,
Wait,
please.
why are you casting it up?
Because now I get to hit 2 people with
Bane
it.
is up to 3 creatures
Oh,
of your
wait.
choice, so you only need to cast it at first level.
I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was single target.
No,
My
it's
bad.
3.
It's a charisma save, though.
Yeah, it is a charisma save.
Gargoyle goes first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That is a 19 base, but maybe... Oh, 19 minus 2? 17?
Nope, that still passes.
And then the Rakier's going to go. That's a 6.
Yeah, so he's going to be taking
Are you targeting the...
Yeah, I'll target the captain as well.
Because you got 3.
Yeah.
And it doesn't harm him.
That doesn't
in
harm.
the sense that it's like damage. He's going to pass.
Okay, so that makes it so that Rakier rolls all attack rolls and all saving throws at minus D4.
Cool. As Rakier's like starting to cover his ears, he's like seeing all this magic
I want
flying.
to just continue to make eye contact with him as all of this is happening.
Daniel, so this is how my spell works, is my rapier, I whip it out and a single purple note flies off the end and hits the dragon, and then 2 others, I duck it under my elbow and shoot 2 others behind me.
Almost like a conductor's wand, but also like a little firearm in the sense
I
that it's
love this.
as you're launching these notes out. 2 of them are going to glance off, but one of them like strikes him in the chest, and like you see like the magic bleed through.
By the way, as I hit him with it, I'm like, kid, do yourself a favor, just walk away.
Make me an intimidation check. With advantage, because you have some help right now.
Okay. This ain't a bad day. That's a nat 20.
Let's go!
I'm going to fix the gain in my microphone real quick.
That's not gain.
It's not gain.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping this helps. Testing. Oh, nope. Testing. That's a little better. We'll work on equalizing that later, but this looks a little more manageable. You watch as, looking from you to Melody, like back and forth. He's got the spear in his hands, and it starts to like shake. As and he kind of like lets the spear fall. It's not his turn yet, so it's just like the no action. But Rue, that's your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Actually, I am going to do one thing. I am going to step this way just so we can prep a path for him to get out.
Sure. At this point, the gargoyle is going to go. It's got 2 attacks to make against 3 of you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 1, 2 for Savidar, 3, 4 for Melody,
Cool.
5, 6 for Rue. And then do that for both attacks.
Cast shield.
That's a 3. You don't have to cast shield.
Oh.
It's only one
Unless
hit.
it
I do
hits you.
everything.
So first one's going on...
Me.
what's it? Yeah, you.
Yep.
We'll figure out the second one.
And I
in a
think
little
she
bit.
has quarter... So
I have
she has
cover.
cover because of the...
Cover is only valid against ranged attacks.
Oh.
Boo.
That makes sense.
Boo-hoo.
That makes sense, yeah.
That is going to be a natural
Can
18.
you reach me, though, if the door's closed?
He can because he's within 5 feet of you.
The door's
He's
closed.
reaching around.
Okay.
That is a natural 18 to hit you, so 22.
Yuck.
Did he just not hit me? Is that what happened?
Well, he's doing a 6 points of slashing damage to you.
Okay.
And then he's going to pick who his next target is. That's a 6. As he goes for another
Nice.
bite on Rue.
Nice.
Okay.
And I was like, come.
Rue, that is a 14 to hit you.
Meets beats.
Okay. You take another 8 points of piercing damage
I'm not looking good.
as it crunches down,
Has
like
it
kind of
taken damage?
forcing its way through.
It has taken 11 points of piercing damage.
Yes. As it's like really like forcing its way up. Oh, sorry, that was 11 points of piercing damage, right?
Yeah, I did do it earlier.
Upon
boo.
second thought, it looks like it kind of like wasn't as affected as you may have initially expected by it.
Okay, well, time to break out the old magic.
However, as it bites you, claws you, it definitely seems like it's like ready to pursue, but it's blocking the door to stop Savidar from being able to fit through. So right now it's in sort of an advantageous position for itself, where it can keep attacking you. It sees something it recognizes as its ally in the captain of the guard, and perhaps the way it's been programmed, magically speaking, its main objective is to just stop you from leaving. And right now it's succeeding on one of these. However, as it goes, Fallon is going to let his axe drop all the way to the ground.
Yep.
Kind of just like staring blankly at Melody. Kind of like, I need to get a drink. Like turns and begins to like almost zombie-like kind of like stumble away.
Bye, darling. Have fun.
Oh. Do not use that on me.
As you hear the plodding footsteps start to go away. I need you to make a concentration check though, because you are concentrating on this.
17 plus. Yeah.
Be awkward if not, but you know, success. As he starts running away,
You're good.
he's leaving. You can hear more footsteps coming. As
Is it my other friend?
it is your other friend. As Malus is going to like round the corner and be like, Melody, it's not Roren.
What?
He's a liar. What happened to our captain?
Oh, he went to go get a drink. Everything's fine here. It is Roren. He forgot about one of the traps. And so we were looking around and having some fun and it set it off.
No, he's charmed you too, just like he charmed
Oh, honey,
my
I
captain.
can't be charmed. I do the charming.
You have to listen to me.
But can you help me? This thing's trying to get us, please. We can deal with the Roren thing after.
No, it's trying to get Roren. You're fine if you just he kind of reaches his hand out. Please.
No, but please, I don't want it to
In
hurt.
this moment,
My
by the way,
bodyguard's stuck
Daniel,
in there.
in this moment, I'm gonna play into this kid's fear. I'm gonna take the
Whatever you
rapier
want.
and and point it over at Melody. It's like okay, fine. Good work, kid. You caught me. But I'm going to tell you what I told your friend over there. It's best if you just walk away and forget you saw anything, because I don't like hurting people like you. You're just making an honest living.
I'm more scared of the thing in there than I am of him right now.
I love that it's still like a... There's the competition there. No, I'm really not that scared of him. It's the big monster. He sort of,
Please help me.
Kid, you really want to lose one of the best stars in this area when it comes to music, or you just want to walk away?
Wow. I need a
Don't
persuasion.
Don't walk away. Get the... And I'm like, hit the sword away. Get the dragon thing.
I need a persuasion and an intimidation against each other.
That's a 19.
Okay.
That is a 21.
Oh! Okay, I rolled less than a 10.
All right. As he's sort of thinking about this, Malus has like his like leather armor on, and he sort of like puts his hand over his chest where you signed it. Says, Melody, I don't know what's happening here, but I think it's best for all of us if I just back away.
I won't forget this.
Smart kid.
Right in the eyes. I won't forget this.
By the way, I just look at him and lock eyes. I'm like, smart move, kid.
He gives you a nod. Says, Melody, I'm so sorry. He says,
I'm going to turn away.
See, this large monster is right behind you.
Just like...
You're doing that. As Malus is going to back away, Savadar, you're up.
I'm going to Misty Step.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to get... Like,
you can technically go to like the end of the room here.
Yeah, I'll get some good distance.
Yeah, you.
And then I'm gonna our version of Firebolt.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll let you describe it since
Oh,
you've been
please.
thinking about it.
Yes. You watch as Savadar like weaves his hands together. Little known fact that I learned the other day: steam is not the mist you see when you boil a kettle.
Okay.
That is water vapor, like
Yeah.
mist. The actual steam is much closer to the lid of the kettle, and it's invisible.
Oh.
So you watch as Savadar sort of like weaves his hands together, and this like shimmer, this crystal in the air kind of forms with this hissing sound, the shrill, boiling kettle. As it launches through the sky. I need you to make a spell attack roll.
Yes.
Goosebumps from that. That was so good.
It's just a D20 plus the spell save DC.
Plus your spell attack.
Spell
so
attack.
that.
Yeah, that's. I read the wrong title, but look at the right number.
Yeah.
That is a 22.
It's gonna strike this thing. Roll me that D10.
Roll me that D10. That's a 7.
Nice.
Okay. You strike this thing for a cool 7 points of damage.
Yeah. Bet you're frightened now.
Well, now he's taken 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
As
Probably
he,
like dead.
well, it creates this like smoldering, like scalding, even on the like. It's not made of like an animate material, like it's stone and earth, but you can see that it's like seeping in and like burning, as this like superheated bolt strikes into him. Anything else you'd like to do, movement wise, or?
No,
Okay.
I think that's good.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Rakir is the last guard in this room. He's been, I believe, baned by you.
Yeah, he has.
His spear is on the ground.
Where is he in relation to me?
He would be by the door, like here, so he's probably about like 5-10 feet away from you.
Okay.
He is going to disengage in the event that you can attack him, and he's going to start bolting down the hall.
Good boy.
As he starts running. Leaving effectively just this gargoyle here. Melody, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm going to cast... First things first.
I'm the realist.
Absolutely. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
Get it. What's your mockery? What's your insult?
It's a wisdom save.
Yeah. Well, you so ugly!
It's going to crit its wisdom save.
Boo.
He's super mad.
I'm gonna...
Gems like moving and like not pouring out, but he kind of catches them, kind of.
I'm gonna push the door closed.
That's an object interaction. Yeah,
Yeah.
you fully close the door.
Cool. And then I'm gonna move 30 feet away.
Sure. So you're out into the hall now, and you can see Malus and all 3 guards fleeing or lazily walking as we pass them.
Is it my? I think.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Rue,
Yeah.
if Melody's turn is finished,
Yep.
it is now your turn.
I'm going to Bardic Inspire and just say, Salvador, you done did good, kid.
Nice.
Wink at him and inspire him.
Sweet.
What does that do?
Within the next 10 minutes, you can add a d6 to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. You can wait until you roll to decide if you want to use it.
Cool. And Melody, if that's your turn, Rue, you're up.
So I remember the little. The door's fully shut now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the little control panel I saw them use earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and spin that to reset the combination on it.
Spin it, sure. Make me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Sleight of hand. You just asked the bard to make sleight of hand. Perfect. That's gonna be a 24.
Yeah, you don't even think anything of it.
Yep.
And that's just your object interaction to just.
Yep.
And it,
And do I hear the locking sound of
yes,
the door?
all the clicks and the things falling into place.
There we go. Just sheathing my sword, like just very casually. I just turn, and I go ahead and move, and I'm gonna take a dash. I'm gonna take a dash action, move 60 feet
Okay.
to
Why
get
don't you just meet up with us?
because we need to get out of here in case this thing breaks down the door.
Yes. So you're now at the head of the pack.
Yep. And I'm also gonna go ahead and healing word myself, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pat myself on the back for a job well done, and
Okay.
that's gonna be 5 healing to myself.
Nice. All right. You're a little low on spell slots, but feeling a little better physically.
Yep.
That's right.
There is some like banging and like a roar from the other side of the door. But as the seconds pass, for those of you who are closer to the back, you can hear these like heavy muffled footsteps as the gargoyle replaces itself on the pillar.
Go team. I would like to go back. Sorry, are we out of combat?
You are now out of combat.
Okay, I would like to go back and grab my loot.
Oh yes, it's ahead of you at the door.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. I wasn't sure if it was ahead or behind.
Okay. Well,
It's ahead. You there's no sign of the 2 lesser guards, but Fallon is still just lazily walking up the stairs.
perfect.
Yeah, we'll just go. I'm gonna hang out down here until he's gone.
You don't have to be that close to him to keep suggestion going, do you?
No. Yeah. Okay. I'll just walk up behind him then.
Sure. Yeah, he's just kind of like lazily going up. As
No one touch him.
Yep.
I'm just. No one touch him.
as
Don't damage him.
just put your sword out in front. Like he walked into it. It doesn't count.
Daniel, is his money does he have his... No, I'm gonna slip him... I was gonna slip a silver coin into it for him. I'm gonna at least pay for his drink if we're gonna steal from him.
He does have a little pouch on his hip, but it's sealed. Like it's like tied, pulled tight.
I feel bad. I kind of want to give him a silver.
Here.
I hand her the silver.
I open his armor at the top, like kind of like pull it away from him, and
gosh.
drop it in. I give him a little pat on the chest.
Pat on the chest.
Yeah.
You done good, girl.
Enjoy that drink. First one's on us.
He sort of. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think it's a good idea. I've just been working so hard.
Roren gave you the night off, remember?
Would any of you care to join me?
I have plans, but thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna turn and start kind of like continuing to head out.
Cool. Back door?
Yeah, I want to see if there's anything kind of nice and valuable on the way out.
Okay.
Anything that's, pocketable.
I'm not stealing the silverware. I have class.
That's silverware.
Where are you looking for this stuff? Because right now you're in the basement stair.
Well, we're going to go up and out the back door, correct?
So out the kitchen door, I
So
think?
through the kitchen?
Yeah.
There is not a great hall, but like a dining hall.
Yeah, I'll go take a little meander.
You head in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like cutlery and silverware all laid out here. They believed that Roren had just joined them after some 40 years of absence. So all the
Anything
finery.
adorning the is there a fireplace? Anything on the mantle?
There is a fireplace with a very large set of antlers mounted above it.
I'm not gonna take some antlers.
These are like spiked and branching like nothing you've ever seen. Some monstrous fey creature that perhaps Roren felled in his noble, valiant days of youth. As I pull up a quick loot table here.
I'll meet you in the kitchen. I'll yell to the boys.
Okay. Rue is heading for the door. He's gonna get while the getting's good.
I'd say once we're out, you should maybe drop the Roren thing.
How?
People here might know him.
By the way, Daniel, when I get to the kitchen, is there a spare uniform in the kitchen, butler, cook, apron, something?
There is an apron hung up.
Sweet. I am gonna do a nice little quick costume change of ditching the Roren stuff, shoving it into a barrel in there.
Yeah.
And throwing on the apron.
Nice.
Can I ask?
Yes.
I'm not familiar with the layout of this building. Where is the door?
It's basically up the stairs. You just go straight to the end of the hallway and through the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's also a front door.
So you're not distancing yourself by too much, right?
No, I'm just branching off into one of the rooms.
That does back onto the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's the dining room.
Alright, I will meander behind Melody.
Don't touch my stuff.
There are, by the fire, kind of on that side of the room facing each other, 2 suits of armor. It's like an elvish, very shiny silver armor. Distinctly, it is not mithril. Mithril tends to have a whiter sheen to it. And to have mithril armor would be a much bigger statement than someone of this status. However, they do have a little bit of jewelry on their gauntleted hands. One has what looks to be a gold ring. The other one has a silver necklace with a little gemstone pendant. We'll say an emerald.
Going to Sharon?
I don't think it'd look very good on you. I'll take it all.
Okay. Both of them are worth 250 gold.
So what is it, sorry? An emerald necklace?
A silver necklace with an emerald gemstone. And the gold ring. It's too large for you to wear because it's on this heavy suit of armor.
Dropped.
But it's engraved with what looks to be some sort of elvish poem. Not something you know how to read, but...
Cool. If it doesn't fit me, I'll toss it. I'll just go. It doesn't fit.
Can I catch it? Cool.
You said 200?
250.
250?
Yes.
So what did I get thrown?
This large gold ring.
It doesn't fit on me, I'm assuming because it's armor?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll find a use for it.
It's worth 250 gold, so if you go
Put it
to
in your inventory.
a less than reputable vendor, you could potentially
Okay.
pawn it off. However, as the two of you, I assume, are rejoining Rue. Rue, you kind of get to the back door and kind of peer out a little bit.
Yep.
Are you holding for a moment to let your companions catch up with you?
I am. If there is nobody outside waiting to ambush us, I will pause and hold for a moment so everybody can catch up.
There's no sign of the butler anywhere. Perhaps he's elsewhere preparing other things. And then the next thing you know, after a couple, maybe less than a minute, these two join through a side door.
Yep. Okay, perfect.
Well, that was fun. I have places to be, and I'm gonna go to the Lord's house.
Okay, you're just gonna start walking off?
I'm gonna go to Lord Alder's. I don't know where you guys are staying, but...
Are you seeing this in the mansion right now?
Where we are walking, I'm assuming we're leaving.
Have we left already, Daniel, or are we
You're right at the back door right
okay.
now.
Yeah. I'm gonna bolt out, I'm gonna casually walk out like a chef that just got off.
Yes.
I'm just casually walking out.
Yeah. Kind of you got the hand wringing going.
I'm just kind of cleaning off my arms, shoving them into the pockets of my aprons.
the flour from the bread you've been baking. Yeah.
Anyone have a cloak I could borrow for just the walk back?
Do I?
Only if it's in your inventory.
Oh, then I don't think so. Check.
I did.
I mean, would I have it in a set of fine clothes?
No.
I did ditch the traveling cloak in the kitchen if they can find it.
In the kitchen? Where'd you put it?
I shoved it in a random barrel.
How many barrel? Can I quickly run back up?
Yeah, you want to search some barrel. You kind of
quickly,
dig through,
dig
not
through,
there, not there. And yes, underneath a bunch of these apples.
Cool, I'm gonna grab it, clothes, put it on, hood up,
Sure.
and goes. Just less recognizing.
Yeah, discreet.
And I'll grab a bottle of wine on my way out.
There are a few bottles of wine. Though you do note that the guards did an impeccable job of cleaning up the one that you smashed and spilled everywhere.
Nice. That was on purpose.
There's only barely a stain. For the two elves,
Yep.
what direction are you two heading in?
I'm taking a roundabout way back into town, kind of like I'm taking, just enjoying the evening, walking back to town, making sure not to rise too much fuss. Once I get about a good, how far is the manor from the main town? Because you made it sound like this log cabin was up a ways from the main town.
The log cabin is.
Yeah.
It's out of town a good
right.
5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
But in town, the Lord's Manor is kind of bleeds out of the city.
Yeah. So I am going to go ahead and make sure to stay away from the Lord's Manor at first. At some point, I'm going to go ahead and ditch the apron, just kind of in a garbage can, a back alley somewhere.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to the dye that I used on my hair. I'm just going to find a water trough for horses and quickly just get that out, get my hair color back.
Yes.
And then I am going to go ahead and take a kind of a roundabout way through the back alleys to make sure nobody's following me, and once again use the servants' entrance to enter the Lord's Manor.
I see.
And I'm going to also reclaim my identifying markings that I left back at the Lord's Manor. So, for example, just in a small little bundle, I left some more of my identifiable stuff, like the masks and.
Yes. So you're going to get there a little bit behind Melody.
Okay.
But Savadar, are you going to tag along with either of these two, or what is your game plan here?
Do I have any contacts in this region at all? Or anyone I know?
This is a very sleepy town. Besides the kobolds that you've been working with a little bit, who are still at the Crimson Sail, as well as this Raven fellow who you know is staying at the Lord's Manor.
Which lord?
Lord Elder.
Which is where
they're going, yes. You don't really have anyone here, because there's not really a lot of... This isn't really your scene, this place.
How do people react to seeing me on average?
Up here, when you got here, some ships were passing through with folks quite a bit more fearsome than you. This far north, the Imperium's hand doesn't really reach here, except if it's taking prisoners up. One of the big ships isn't even going to pass through here. It'll be little messenger vessels, if anything. So what we would consider monster folk, like kobolds or turtles, frequent this area decently often.
So sea elves aren't weird.
Sea elves are not weird.
All right.
They're rare, and they might cause a stir if someone's like, "Hey, have you seen a sea elf recently?" They say, "Oh yeah, I saw a sea elf a week ago. You're the only one."
All right.
But otherwise, they're not gonna call the guards on you or freak out that you're here.
I'm going to, and I haven't actually talked to you about this, but my other art that I showed you, I'm going to look like that.
Okay, yeah. You'd like to cast Disguise Self?
Yeah.
Please describe what you look like.
He is a drow, or a dark elf. He's got slicked black hair, with little elements of little salt and pepper. He's pretty gaunt. He's got a sort of a leather coat sort of vibe. Just it looks roguish. And he's gonna pop a little cigarette in his mouth and light it. Just kidding. There's no lighters here.
Yeah.
You can match, and I'm gonna follow along.
You're following.
Yeah, but at a distance. I'm just
Yeah.
here, you know?
Do I see his transformation, or do I think I have a tail now?
You would think that you have a tail now.
Oh, okay. Can I roll a stealth check to try to lose him in the back alleys?
Please.
Please do.
Oh,
I'm just walking.
This is gonna be fun.
Everyone loves me. It's fine.
You're being discreet, but you're taking a more direct.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
11 to try to lose him in the back alleys.
Yeah. Make me a survival check, because that's navigation.
Okay. Oh, survival. Alright. Where are you? Here.
You have to.
I mean, 4. He's gone.
You spend the time to like carefully craft the skies, light up the light. It was a successful night. Better than the worst case scenario you thought might happen, which is perhaps losing one or more of the kobolds. But the next thing you know, you're looking around, and this Rukellen character's disappeared.
I'm just gonna go to the Lord's Manor.
The first person to arrive here, as you, Melody, you just entering through the front door. There's a guard there.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Yes, we have some art. I'll be sure to like throw it up for a few seconds on the stream. Daniel, if you're editing this in the future, 55:43 is when you're gonna want to make sure that's up there. Proceeding. Melody, you approach. There's a guard by the gates. Can I help you?
Please tell the Lord and Lady that Melody is here to see them.
Yes, oh, right. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Kind of like opens the door. Please, if you would come in.
I'll like pop my hood down.
Yes. Lets you in.
Oh, I have a cloak now.
And he will guide you into the main sort of like a dining hall, the lower section of this like log cabin type building. As my lord, presenting Lady Melody as Lord and Lady Balcyne sort of turn their heads to see you. Alder sort of, my lady.
Hello. I have returned. We were
course.
successful.
Where are you? Where is the horn?
Rue has it. I'm sure he'll be along any moment.
Oh, I see.
I would assume via the servants' quarters. Or via the servants' entrance.
Right. And I believe I owe you some gold.
I believe you do.
Am I still inside?
Yeah, you're wandering. You're a couple minutes behind.
Okay.
Yes. Right. And kind of like looks around. Will you be spending the night?
I mean, I don't have anywhere else to be.
Well, yes. Kind of like straightens his robes a little bit. I see. Well, in any case,
What's his wife's reaction to that?
she's watching you from like down the table, and she just got like a fork with some like cake that she's been eating, and she's gonna.
I'll like you know, like a side glance and just a wink.
She kind of like gives a little nod, as Lord Alder sort of, well, you graced us with your presence already twice now. I do everything in my power to see that you are justly repaid for your valiant efforts. Once I have the horn in my possession. As he's saying that, Rue, you've been able to kind of slip in through the servants' quarters there.
Can I by the way, how good was that roll I snagged earlier?
It was pretty good. It wasn't stale or anything. It was like a fresh little roll of
Is
bread.
there any more fresh stuff being pulled out of the ovens now? Is there like pastries? Is there
Not-
like anything?
Not at this hour fresh.
But
There are some like what looks to be like sausages hanging from the ceiling here, and there is.
I'm looking for some pastries. Like, you know, like, is there any pastries like on the counter cooling or?
Make a perception check.
18.
Yeah, you looking around. There is this cake, about like half of one. It looks like they've served the other half.
A piece.
Well, you're. Wow.
Oh wow.
That's a different conversation.
Whoa.
As you. You see about half this cake here. The icing is quite simple, but it looks like a very elegant cake. Unsliced, save knife that's placed there.
Nope, I'm not like I'm a dignified person.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Are there plates and and forks?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut myself a slice, put it on the plate, and just grab a fork and plate, and just casually walk out of the back room into the dining room, which I'm assuming where they're gonna be at this hour.
Yes.
I just walk in, just like eating a piece of cake.
Lord Alder turns. Yes.
Lord Alder.
Rue. Lovely to see you. Do you have my horn? Please. And he goes and pulls up a chair. Take a seat.
I take the seat very graciously, and then from just kind of within I just reach inside and I pull out the horn and I put it down on the table for him.
Takes a look at it. I just need to, you kind of like peering into it, make sure it's mine and not the almost identical replica I had made. That would be most awkward.
What do you take me for? I am a man of my word.
Continuing to peer in, sort of, so you are. Wonderful. He kind of like places it very delicately on the table next to him. I see you've helped yourself to some cake.
It's absolutely lovely, by the way. Melody, you're really missing out here. This is good cake.
Why was I not offered cake?
Well, I was getting there. It's just in the back. I can fetch some for you.
Please.
Of course.
I'll like saunter over and take the seat beside Lady Balcyne.
I see. He is going to head out. As he's heading out, he goes, "Oh, who are you?" Sandra, you're kind of like midway through the door when Lord Alder walks in.
It's Savadar. It's less inconspicuous.
I see.
Wouldn't that mean it's more conspicuous?
You're not in the room.
Right. I can't help but notice you have the appearance of a drow. This far north, just so you're aware, drow typically belong to the Osrine employ. The Osrines being the ruling family of drow to the south of Balcyne, who are the sworn enemies of the Idrian family who I serve. Just this disguise game is getting
Are you
complicated.
telling me to change?
You are welcome in my house,
All right.
but
Thank you for your advice.
kind of like is slicing like a plate of cake. So would you? Oh, okay, yes. There you are. Please.
Famished. And I'm just gonna walk in.
Walk in.
As Savadar walks in, Rue is just going to casually hook the base of the chair next to him with his foot and just push it out for
smooth.
him.
So you've just eyes down like, so you've caught on that it's me then?
I figured. I don't care. Figured you're here with cake. I figure you belong here. Wait, Savadar?
That's right.
Well, you see him actually like looks your whole thing up and down and goes, "Oh man, I wish you'd broken that out sooner. That is a nice disguise. That's nice."
How do you know this isn't actually me?
Ooh. You see he wags his finger, he wags the fork at you and goes, "I like your style. I like your style."
The 3 drow are my thing.
Oh.
Then we get onto the audio, but you know it'll buff out. So as you're taking your
You leave it
seats,
to the dice.
you are there with your cake. The only one without a cake is Melody. Melody, you feel like a delicate hand on your knee. As
It's not me.
Lady Balcyne, Elmora, leans over.
Elmora?
Elmora.
Okay, I didn't get her name last time.
Sort of. Did you read my letter by chance?
Did you give me a letter?
Kind of like looks at, I believe, Rue.
I'm just kind of eating my cake. I'm just like in this moment I'm realizing I just got put between these two, like,
I didn't receive a letter.
I believe you did, unless this is deception. I think you had one tucked in your.
She
Oh.
did give you a letter. I don't know if Daniel gave you a handout though.
No handout.
Oh.
Not yet.
Oh, it's just been such a long night. The concert and everything, and the whole thing. I honestly forgot, and I'll reach into my waistband.
She immediately puts your hand down. Not here.
Oh.
Oh.
And I'll tuck it away.
Rue is just a little open mouth. They're like,
I want to can I peek?
Yeah, it's like a little letter. It's sealed.
Oh, it's sealed.
Yeah, with a little wax.
Salvador, I think we should just collect our pay and we should leave these two to their discussion. Sound like a good idea?
I would like my cake.
Oh, they're sort of. I have cake.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna slide my
He does not have it. He sort of brings it down and sits opposite you and his wife. Sort of. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again for helping the two of us really to set this right with my inheritance.
So.
Roren's just a not great person.
Not great person. Mother, you have such a way with words, and yet that one. Not sure I felt it as much.
poetry.
Look, Lord Aldor, I appreciate the hospitality and the amazing cake. My hat off to your chef, but I think me and Salvador would like our payment so that we might allow you and Lady Melody to. Anyways, yeah, me and
I believe it's Salvador.
Salvador.
For the table, you can call me Rin.
Rin.
Rin?
Okay, Rin. I think me and Rin should just take our payment, and I kind of look at you and go.
Oh, is this making you uncomfortable? The sexual tension.
Not uncomfortable so much as knowing when my presence is not helpful.
Also,
to...
sort of what?
Would you care to join?
I've heard that drow is not everyone's thing.
and Rue kind
sort of what?
Rue just kind of pushes his chair away, kind of just walks over to Lord Aldar to just holds out his hand to take the waiting for the coin purse.
Oh, I don't have it on me here. I can get it.
I'd appreciate that.
Good.
And of course, because I do want to support you all in wherever your endeavors take you, I did mean to introduce you to Salvador Rin here.
We met.
Oh yes, I was there. It's just, I understand there were some future prospects you may have had. So I was going to send Rabin down a little later to meet with you all. In any case, I will fetch you your
later
gold.
Tonight later? Or tomorrow
I was thinking later tonight, unless you had other things to do.
I really had other people to do.
I didn't say it.
Leave it to the eloquent man.
Well, I believe...
Yeah, if you've got business...
Or Lady...
we should do that first.
I believe Lady... Elmora and I can just get to know each other a little bit and come and grab me when Rabin comes down.
All right.
Is Rabin also a drow?
You've met Rabin. He is the high elf with the stutter that was sketching the picture.
Oh, I like Rabin.
Okay.
All right. Well, when is this meeting?
I was going to introduce you now, unless you
Perfect.
wanted to
Bring him
sleep.
down, bring him down. He's my friend. He's
Always
going to
said
draw
he's a man.
me.
Oh, dear Lord. It's the Titanic.
More ways than one.
Damien, you said Rin, right?
Rin, yeah.
Rue just looks over at Rin oh boy.
As
Who doesn't want self-portraits?
as Lord Alder sort of heads up.
And self-portrait.
Isn't it only a self-portrait if you draw it?
Correct.
True.
I didn't know.
Hey, you know what?
You're not in the room.
Yeah, you're not in the room. We're out in the hallway.
Where'd you guys leave?
Yeah, we
No,
left.
it's I've stayed because I want to
Okay.
have this.
Yeah.
He is
How's
going
the
to do
cake? What kind of cake is it? Describe it to me in vivid detail, please.
Yeah, it's
I take my first bite.
it's a light.
Do you like the spoon flip?
As it's a light, very sweet cake. A lot of sugar has gone into it, but it's cut with almost like a lemon zest that they've put into the icing there. It's nothing too fancy because it seems like it was made on quite short notice. Celebratory cake for the to your success.
The theft.
Yes, but it's quite nice, quite light and fluffy.
Did the Lord leave?
Yes,
Cool. Who's here? Who's left in this room?
all of you and the lady.
Cool. Remind me when the Lord gets back, please, to just warn him about the commander guard guy.
Oh.
He's a little charmed.
Oh,
He will probably know in about 8 hours or so.
I mean, we could just kill him.
No, come on.
I would rather...
Come.
You can do whatever you would like. Keep me out of it, please.
You know what, Rin? How about we talk about this problem over a pint back at the
Maybe
back
at the
Red
bar that
Cell?
he's at.
Exactly.
That's a great idea.
We'll talk about this over
Who
a
knows what'll
pint.
happen?
Yeah, but do we? I kind of. Come on, the guy. I feel bad. Fine.
As this is happening, Elmore is just quietly eating, and then Alder kind of comes down the stairs. Sorry, how much gold did I promise you again?
100
Oh, that's quick.
to me. I did a show.
Oh.
I don't know what you negotiated with her, but
No,
you
it
promised me 50, and you promised Rin 50 as well.
Yes, and correct me if I'm wrong. The kobolds did not assist.
Kobolds
They
did
did
nothing. We left them at the red sail.
Right.
Pretend they don't exist.
Exactly. That's what I do.
Kind of like takes this bag of gold and he's gonna like count these things out very cautiously. 50 is an empty bag that he like puts it in to Savadar.
Thank you.
50
Very nice man.
to Ren,
Thank you.
and 50 in a bag in front of you, but not yet.
This is
And then-
also the first time I've earned gold.
And then 100 to Melody.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna put those 2 bags into my greater money pouch.
Sure. As this happens, he sort of, and this is Raben. He is a member of the Imperial Council. You should treat him with all the respect you've treated me with and more.
Gladly.
He does not make eye contact with Melody.
I look at him, I give him a nod, I'm like, it's good to meet you.
Oh, yes, right.
Is he a lord?
No, I'm a scholar, something of an archivist.
He is a wonderful artist.
Red, please, I keep that to myself.
Well, you should flaunt it. If you got it, flaunt it.
You seem like a man who loves to flaunt.
Please, no.
Look, forgive us. Scholar Raben? Would that be appropriate? Scholar? Professor?
Dr. Raben.
What about professor?
Scholar, I think, would be
Scholar
more
Raben?
accurate.
Oh, forgive us. We are of a different element and group than you, so our ways may be a little more straightforward than you are used to with the political maneuvering at the capital. Here, people are a little more plain spoken when you're out here in the middle of
My ways
nowhere.
are quite flexible, actually.
You see, Rue's. There's a moment of Rue's like, and the Rue's just. You see this moment of Rue's face just.
It's just like 2 very different bards.
You see Rue. There's this moment of Rue just like.
Yes.
You see this Rue's like, it's like, oh, it's just like, God help me.
Very flexible in my ways.
I kind of glance over at Lord Alder at that.
Lord Alder is... he knows what's going on.
You know,
raises a hand and then thinks better of it.
Lord Alder, you don't have some beer, perhaps, in the kitchen, do you?
I have some mead, perhaps.
Well, I have this, and I'll pull out the one that I took.
We'll have to make sure to dispose of that bottle somewhere secure.
I just take it,
Mm-hmm.
I unsheath my rapier, and I do the...
Oh, you can do a ping!
Like that thing that like undoes. I don't know what's called, but it's
Yeah. Where you pop the top off, like the
Yeah.
whole like top of the glass.
Yeah. It's like a ceremony of the sword, and then I just put it down.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Can I help
gonna just
by like, oh, you're gonna be so good.
I actually I go over. Rin, you got this. Take a bardic inspiration.
Has it been 10 minutes?
Yes.
You can roll and I'll add a d6.
Oh, this is a D6. Okay. Ooh,
Nice.
6. Plus. So it's a 19.
You ping, and and the little stream comes down, but you write it. Lady Balcyne kind of stands, quietly goes over, collects some glasses, and lays them all out. If you would be so kind.
I will.
Pour around.
Seems like I'm a great guy.
I'd say.
So, Lord Alder, just so you are aware, Fallon, definitely saw us, definitely caught us, and I may have suggested that he go to the tavern nearby.
Does he know that you took the horn?
I don't know if he knows what we took.
The guards actually think me as the disguised Roren. They don't know my actual name. They just think of me as the fake Roren, if you will. Believed that I had Miss Melody as a prisoner, actually.
At least one of the guards
At least
did.
one of them did. I'm hoping he convinced the rest, especially with the little show
At
we
best,
put on.
your stories will not line up.
I see.
And if you need anyone to not return,
Are you Irish?
that doesn't exist here. If you don't, we'll talk later.
But
see.
just so you know, I don't know which, if it would, he saw me for sure, he saw other you for sure, you were Roren, but just so you're aware, he's at the tavern down that way, somewhere over there.
I think we could take him.
Just so you know. And it'll wear off in about 8 hours.
Sort of.
Probably 7 now.
I do want to make the beauty of this plot clear from my perspective. I don't care if they see you robbing things that aren't the horn. That's between you and this man. If you...
He did not see us take anything. I don't know if he knows what triggers the gargoyle thing that attacked us. Which seemed to come to life when we grabbed the horn.
Again, I feel no threat from where I'm sitting, but if you seek to deal with him, it sounds like you know where he is already.
By the way, is there like a napkin on the table I can use to wipe off the rest of the makeup I have that made me look like...
Yeah, we'll say there's some napkins.
Yeah, and I'll just wipe off the rest. I'm like, besides, I like to look like your brothers, so they don't know who exactly stole from them for me, so I'm good. I'm in the clear.
I was just there for a good time. Lauren was showing me his vault.
I literally couldn't care less how they felt about any of it, so we're on the same page.
Exactly.
I see. Well, in any case, Raven hasn't told me the specifics of his quest. Raven, would you care to enlighten us?
Wait,
Raven,
was the horn for him?
No, the horn was mine. As I said, it's my inheritance. I thank you for doing this for me. If I had other work for you, I'd be sure to give it, but...
I take it this was our audition for Lord Raven?
No, I believe this was your audition for Savadar.
Alright, Rin.
It's just that... Well, Raven, I believe, has his own reasons for whatever thing is. I haven't been told anything. Raven sort of, hesitantly, looks at you and back. I don't think... I think discretion would be best. The four of us and maybe those kobolds.
Oh, if you're wanting discretion, I would not use the kobolds.
He sort of turns. It's very important that they're included.
Oh.
Okay, then. If you want them, they're yours. Your job.
They're old friends.
I can be quite discreet when I want to be.
Lord Alder?
Yes?
Is there a place we
You're
can
about
go?
as discreet as a three-legged horse.
Sort of, oh,
Fight
yeah.
me.
Well, I was expecting to be joined by some company tonight.
Raven said the four of us. Oh, I see. Yeah, I know.
It's just, it's fine. It's fine.
I just meant for this one conversation. She can come back.
Or how about we?
Wait,
how
why
about,
am I leaving?
Why
For this
do you
conversation.
have a parlor that the four of us
Why
can just
am I
have
not
a private
included?
conversation?
No, we're
and-
gonna all go.
I have a
And
study.
you'll come
a
back.
study. Would that do, Raven? We can relay the information to the kobolds for you.
Raven sort of.
You're a part of it all.
Okay.
I do want the kobolds to be present, just because they're the ones who brought this whole thing to me.
Well, then why don't we head down to the Red Sail? We'll have a conversation with the kobolds, and then if Miss Melody finds her way back here, Miss Melody finds her way back here.
If.
Okay, sorry. When she finds her way back here. Deep sip of the wine, by the way.
It
at that
shan't
point.
take long.
I suppose that makes sense. He will kind of stand. Yes, if one of you would lead the way, I would be happy to accompany you. Salvador, it's an honor for the opportunity to do work with you. One small thing. I will need to be, and he lowers his voice, blindfolded if we are to go outside.
Why?
It's a complicated business, but some many years ago I was cursed by one of the Lords of Fae, and if I am to walk under the open stars at night, I lose a piece of myself. My memory, I think. I've not seen the stars in several years now.
That's so sad.
So-
gladly. And I'll like
So how
tear
does
piece off the tablecloth.
so how does the
Around his eyes.
But wait, how does the blindfold prevent you from losing your memory if you're still walking out under the stars?
Because he can't see them, you silly goose.
I think that's the whole trigger. You can't see the night sky.
Oh, okay.
I guess you could close your eyes, but
That's risky, though.
It can
Before
be
I
instinctive to open them.
actually tear. Anyone have a blindfold?
I dig through my pack. Well, let's see. What do I got? You know what? How about?
I could blind you.
Oh, that's a. Come on, there's gotta be a better way.
I'm joking.
Here we go. I have Daniel in my disguise kit. Would there happen to be like a piece of cloth that could like function as a blindfold, maybe?
Yeah, in your disguise. Yeah, I would say so. Maybe like a little scarf or like a handkerchief kind of deal.
A little scarf. Huh. It's a very colorful scarf.
As you're like going to rip it, and it's like, oh, hang on, yeah.
My hand over the
Oh,
scarf.
that makes
Thank
sense.
you. Turn around.
That-
Oh, okay.
that's cool.
And I'll like put it and like tie. Give him a
Sigh.
pat on the shoulder. I'll be your eyes.
Shivers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And like lace my arm in his.
yes, kind of like stiffens up a little
And then
bit.
I'll like pull it up. Like I guess you don't need this on until we're actually outside.
No, right. As this is happening, Lord Alder sort of, well, it is quite late, so I'm probably going to retire now. Of course, you are welcome to stay as long as you're willing to perform for the audience of myself, my dear wife, and the house. But perhaps tonight, it's a little late for music. And he will sort of
Can
turn...
I like insight that?
Yeah.
14.
14. You can't really read it. He's sort of like, is he being coy? Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to pick out. He does seem a little. He's very amped up by the return of the horn, but it is quite late.
Mm-hmm.
He's
So
tired.
so he will lead you all to the door and then kind of start heading
As
out.
we're like walking, can I like do a little point at Lady Balcyne? Message.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be too long. You know where my room is, and I'll just keep walking.
She will, in a very soft whisper back, no. You know where mine is.
Ooh.
And then you guys hear in a little soft voice.
Okay. Got room for one more.
What was the guy's name again? By the way, the scholar.
Raven.
Raven. Okay, I gotta write that down. I'm gonna forget that.
Raven.
And before we go out the door, I'll like stand in front of him. I'm assuming he's quite a bit taller than my like 5 foot something stature.
Raven?
Yeah.
Raven's not that much taller than you. He's 5 something.
Okay. Well, I think I'm. Did I write it down?
I'm not trying to figure out what
5'5".
Yeah, a little taller than
Well, I'll just like look into his eyes and like start putting down and wink as I like pull it all the way down.
Well, did that mean something?
And I'll like hand on his lower back and like hand on his arm and like
Yes.
lead
Oh,
him out the
okay.
door.
Daniel, I would actually like to use a use of message on the kid as well.
Uh-huh.
On Raven. I'm gonna just quietly in his mind go, kid, if you're gonna shoot your shot, better shoot it before she goes back to the manor.
What?
I am leaving.
That's whispered back and forth.
Yeah.
But yes, you're heading.
I hear nothing, and
Yeah.
everyone else is just flush.
Yes.
Bro,
Just looking at each other
Rue is
and going
perfectly Rue is perfectly normal right now.
Yeah.
He's just giving it some advice to a kid.
Yeah. As the four of you are heading along, you know the way to this tavern, and you kind of like round the corner, and you can hear this like.
I'm gonna have my hood up.
Yes, you can hear this music coming out.
From
the sound of a fiddle being played and
I
a
dropped
drum
this
being
guy's
hit.
out, by the way.
Yes. As light is coming from this tavern, even now. You all enter.
Yep.
The round table is there, fully set, with members of all walks of life, different sailors.
Oh, there's people in this tavern
There's
now.
people in this tavern.
This is the captain here.
What's that?
The captain?
Well, you're getting there. In the circle, all these different folks. Several crowd the bar, the little like dark side corners where Savadar was sitting when you first met him, and then off in the corner, like 2 seats removed from the nearest crowd, at the bar, several empty drinks, is the Captain Fallon, who's just like knocking one back. Yes. I think I should have another.
Yes. Yes.
Says, are you sure, Captain? I haven't seen you in here, like, ever. Yes, I think I should have another. It would benefit someone of my status to have a break every now and then. So, okay. He flips down another coin and he pours him a drink. There's no sign of the kobolds from where you're standing.
Oh, no.
Would I have any information on what they usually do?
Yeah, make me a history check.
Daniel, I'd like to look for like to look for an oddly shaped curtain. Daniel, after the first time.
6.
Man,
These kobolds, like, you only really know them because Raven knew them.
Okay.
And you only know them a couple days. But your first instinct, it was a 6.
Yeah.
Is to kind of look
I
at
don't even know what kobolds are.
the last table you saw them at, and there's nothing. It's kind of hard to say.
I would like to look at the curtain they were trying to 3-man stack in.
Yes. You kind of look. Again, you're looking to the same place. There's no sign of them.
Are there windows in this place?
Yes.
Can we make sure to sit somewhere far from the window so that Raven can't see the sky?
Yeah, absolutely. There are curtains as well that you can draw over. A few heads kind of turn as you enter, and one of them goes like, "Is that Melody?" And you hear-
Arrived!
a few like people start to clap.
As everyone gets focused on Melody, Rue is going to quickly break off so as not to get associated with Melody.
Fair.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll move.
Yes, you find your little thing. You draw the curtains closed. Someone says like, "Melody, who's the date?"
Who?
Raven's like arm in arm.
Still blindfolded! Oh, pay him no mind. I was just helping a poor man through the streets, and I'll like push him, like pull his blindfold and push him off that way.
Yes, right. Yes, we're sitting here.
I have no idea.
Sitting into the little booth.
I'm gonna go get a round of mead for the group.
For sure. If you want to just put a gold down,
Yeah.
it'll cover the table for the night.
I would also like to go to the bar.
Yeah.
And like call over the bar. Is it wench maiden?
Yeah.
And put a gold down and say, make sure the one down there is well taken care of tonight. And then I'll slide another gold.
Yeah. How many gold are you putting down?
2.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
It's like, oh,
Big
right.
spender.
Alcohol poisoning will happen tonight.
I thank you, Melody.
Of course. He looks like he's had a rough night.
Does he?
He
And he's
just-
sort of got like a faint
He doesn't
smile on his
seem like-
face as
he
he's
doesn't
like.
seem like the
thinking-
kind that would drink. It seems like something must have happened.
Oh, what?
I'm very intuitive.
Oh, I see. I'll keep an eye on him and make sure his drinks are full.
Thank you.
Can I get you anything?
I'll take. Do you have any tea?
I do, yes. Honestly, 1 gold will cover him for the night. If the other gold you want to put towards
That would be lovely.
Of course, yes. This isn't like the finer tea that we have, but I can get you some like good tea with the 1 gold.
I just like the good tea.
Oh, like 25 gold?
Oh, I'll take the okay tea. Can you put it on Lord Alder's tab?
Instead of, you want me to give the gold back?
Mm.
Lord Alder wouldn't pay for someone who came in here without him.
I think he would.
Make a deception check.
Deception?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
20...
What?
something.
Just go 20 in charisma.
She
Like,
can't roll lower than
23.
a 10 is the
Yeah,
thing,
it's like-
so it's, yeah.
It's like base.
Base 19, I think.
23.
23. As, yeah. She sort of, oh. Well, he was in here with you earlier.
Yes.
Of course, yes. And she slides your gold back.
Okay.
But she keeps the one that you gave for the one.
Cool.
Yes. And just the regular tea?
The good tea.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
As she goes, you returning to the seat.
Yeah, I'll go sit with.
With his back to the curtains, Raven sort of, right, so like peering around. I don't know where the kobolds are, but we should really.
Zip zap zop!
He sort of
Burst through the door.
starts to appear, and he is going to take a peek under the table.
Who?
Raven.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like peering like past everyone's legs through to the round table. Because there you are.
Under the
So
table?
like he like peeks up. They're under the round table.
Oh, I got this. Hey, crocodile heads.
Hey, you.
Hey, I say crocodile head.
There is a like, as one of the guys at the round table kind of like just clutches at his shin, as these like 3 little figures all hooded kind of like scramble out.
Ah, there are the great majestic dragons.
One of them like climbs up on the table, like almost like swimming over the top, kind of like
Yeah.
falls over and like sits down next to Raven. I'm here. And the other 2 kind of like, one goes like up next to you, kind of like perched almost up on the top of the chair. Just don't pet me.
Well, you're being weird.
I'm not a house cat.
He's a house dragon.
It's just a glorified lizard.
Upon saying, he starts to sob.
Thank you.
I used to have a house.
Oh, you'll be fine.
And the other one kind of like crawls up next between you 2.
I passed the crying one my flagon of mead. I'm like, there you go. I just kind of signal the bartender. It's like, you know.
Yes. Of course. As that's happening, Raven sort of, right. There are 2 reasons that your fated threads have crossed with ours.
This is Raven talking?
Yes,
Whoa.
to you 2.
Wait, what about faded threads? What are you talking about?
Make me a religion check, Johnny.
Ooh.
Actually, this is this is to do with the thing I think it is.
Mhm.
Is this to do with the spider
Yes.
god? Deception, actually.
Okay, sure. If you want to,
Because I actually do know about.
Okay. I see what's happening.
That's an 11.
An 11.
An 11.
He's not actively like inciting you or anything.
Mhm.
Just sort of. Oh yes. Apologies. It's an Adrian thing. You're from the mainland then.
Yeah, I'm from my small house on the mainland, Kalen.
I see. That's gonna be a deception check.
I was
because
about to be like, insight. I was like,
Actually, Daniel, I
I
do
won't. I'm
believe
just
my
having a
background
great-
actually provides it, so I don't because
yes. Yes.
here, let me set it to GM. I'll just fire it off real quick for you.
I appreciate
so you
that.
can double check that. But I think that allows me to.
well, my charisma is an 8, so you'll always know how I feel.
I can't roll less than a 10
Oh, okay.
So,
on persuasion and
This
deception.
is because this
In that
is
case, he will sort of turn it. I've not heard of that one. A young house.
more like a house of no name that got hit. That got hit during the. What was the incident with the Dan? What was the incident with the when the forest got?
By the Raven Knights?
Yeah, when the forest got hit by the Raven Knights, and because I know elf settlements got hit during that. That's when my family got. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been about like 90 years ago, but
Yeah.
still fresh enough in an elf's memory.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah. The Raven Knights, yeah. My family got displaced, my mother raised me, so yeah. Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, anyways, not my sob story. Like,
Child.
can we just...
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. In any case.
What?
Turns of phrase aside,
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
you two are here for 2 reasons. Savadar, if you'd like to present yours first.
Alright.
This friend down the dark path you mentioned.
Yeah. I need a little assistance in getting my friend. Do I, just because I might not be here next session?
Yeah.
Do I disclose where and everything like that?
You can if you'd like.
Alright. Yeah, I've got a friend, and he has gone down a dark path. And he's now in prison.
I don't
And-
mess with criminals.
Right. Well, you are one, because you stole something tonight.
Yeah.
So,
You're kind of welcome to the club.
You got me there!
Well,
however, we'll make sure no one knows that the great name of Melody is a part of something like that. But
Well.
this friend is very important to me, and he does not deserve to be where he is. In fact, I
Right.
have absolutely no idea how he got there. So, if you're interested, I don't know what I can offer for a reward.
Savadar previously had promised a great deal in riches should
Okay.
the party assist him, but no specifics were given.
Alright.
this ain't a charity job, is it?
No.
Okay.
What is this friend's name?
Would I disclose that?
Up to you.
Julian.
Julian, eh?
Julian. Can I insight that?
I'd love to insight that too.
18.
That's a solid 7.
Tell me the truth.
You gotta persuade me.
One of the kobolds just
He's
lying.
Persuade me.
Just points.
Okay.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Where is it? Oh. It is an 18.
Oh, cool.
Wait.
He's lying.
What?
Do you even know your friend's name?
That's Julian. He just
are
said
you,
that.
Are you worried that we're talking about 2 different people, Little Dragon?
I don't know.
Who do you want out?
My friend.
And
So
who's your
what's
friend?
your friend's name?
I'm
Yeah.
not telling right now. We'll
Okay.
get to my turn later.
Come on, man. I already gave you my mead. You can at least tell us.
Raven
his
sort of,
name.
please, if we're going to work together on this, please, we should let Savadar finish, and then
Alright.
Yes.
alright.
You can, at the end of that journey, you can choose to have a reward, cash, or you can join us on our future jobs, which will have much more.
I feel like those
Oh.
two should not be mutually exclusive if I'm getting my
Yeah.
reputation on
Sorry,
the
I
line.
meant you could just part ways with the money.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to force you to hang out with me.
Yeah, but I
like money too.
I like your style. So if the money keeps flowing, my friend, I'll keep working with you.
I hope you know
Sounds
if I get caught, though, I am throwing you right under the bus to save my reputation.
It's so obvious that you would do that.
Look, I'm just saying, we have a plan now. We just go with the old kidnapping scheme every time.
Alright,
That
you
is
guys
a
just
good
run your plays, and I'll not hurt anyone.
Inside. 16, lie to me.
I am lying to you.
I just. Okay.
Alright, Raven.
Raven sort of, yes. So, a friend to rescue in the Iron Forest,
Correct.
which is to the north of here.
Wait.
Grand
North
prison.
of here?
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not exactly
Wait.
the most fun place to go.
Wait. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that where that prison is, where they lock up like the worst of the worst or whatever up in the Iron Forest?
Yes, and I'll be getting to that, but there's a very special window of opportunity that we can act in, where our interests align, and where, if you help us, you would be helping 2 members of your friends.
Also,
and the Imperium?
would I know anything about the layout of that place? And like how that all works?
Yeah, it's essentially going to be what Raven's explaining,
Okay.
but you're just kind of aware of it.
Alright.
You see, there is a grand fortress where very ancient evils are held. As you say, the worst of the worst. But you see there's little like dots in the forest. Some are like sinkholes, like pits in the ground that they keep people in, and others are small like little fishing towns that like some dissidents are kept in. Less severe than what you'd see the furthest north.
Okay.
The Iron Forest itself is used to refer to the fortress, yes, but also places for petty criminals.
Alright, and what, do you have a friend who went down a dark path and is in need of a little redemption through the blade to get out?
No, I want the man who killed a dragon. There was a fight in the valley to the south of here, where the Osrenes forged their mithril. There's a valley, and it's been disputed for quite some time. The Edrenes take it with force but no fighting, and then they lessen their guard, and the Osrenes will swoop in and capture it. It's been disputed for many years, and recently one of the Edrenes' dragons was killed.
Okay.
What was this dragon's name?
I do not know the true name of this dragon, and the kobolds have sworn themselves to secrecy.
I kind of look at the kobolds now a little more intently.
What was his colloquial name?
We're not sharing! If you share the name of a Lord of the Fae, you gain power over him.
He's dead.
But maybe not forever. And one of them sort of, shh.
What's your name?
We can't talk about that. The one who's speaking, let me just pull it up. There are 2, like, black kobolds and 1 red
The
kobold.
red one's the fat one, right?
Red one's got a pot belly.
He's definitely Mushu.
Sorry, what languages do you speak, Salvador?
Ooh, I can tell you. I can speak Common, Elvish, and Aquan.
Aquan. This one just says, my name is Eliel.
It's nice to meet you.
Yes.
Iliel. Which one was that?
That is the...
Just one of the black ones?
Yes, this one's a male, and he's one of the black scaled ones.
What color was your dragon master?
Kind of like look at each other. He was shining in many colors, like an amethyst, beautiful and purple.
So amethyst.
Yeah, all right.
All right, thank you.
Cool.
In any case,
Alrighty then.
this dragon was killed, and with it, the adventuring party that came to defeat it.
Oh.
Also was killed?
Yes.
So-
However,
Why lock up the kid? Killed a dragon. Come on. Killed a dragon. That's a public service.
Excuse you.
Hey, you think when families use them as the equivalent of you mess with me and I blow your shit up, kind of is a public service to remove something like that.
please, I understand on the mainland things are different. There are
Dragons are awesome.
dragon hunts, and the humans in the south wage war against them.
I hear there are such things as dragon riders.
But here, the dragons are sacred things. Paid in tribute for their dormant states, and
Wait,
paid perhaps doubly so for shows of force.
how on earth did an adventuring party willing to kill something like that get all the way into elf territory? No human
imagine
ever gets on any of these islands.
they were elvish.
I thought you said it was sacrilege here.
Yes. So to kill a dragon is a great offense, which is why, among the bodies, there was a sole survivor. He was taken to be put in the deepest depths of the Iron Forest to rot.
What's his name?
Gaula. Or Gola.
I look at the kobolds.
Kobolds sort of like are nodding. However, it may, you may be taking note that this is not an elvish name, but a kobold one.
Ooh.
A kobold killed a dragon.
He sort of turns to the kobolds.
No,
he didn't!
That doesn't track. No kobold would ever kill him.
kill it! He didn't kill
Okay,
And somebody
okay,
turns
okay.
to look
Hey,
over.
hey, we've been through this. You don't need to chant. We believe you, okay?
It's how we motivate ourselves. Alright, please, if you could just be quiet one at a time. And Lehem, the pot-bellied red kobold, sort of, look, I need to just say it because you're going to be working with us, and it's important to have some honesty. Our friend is Gola, and when the dragon died, he changed. He's strong. He was given power by our dragon to fight and to lead us, and we have to rescue him because he didn't kill the dragon and he's innocent, and we gotta get him out of there. And sitting there, Raven sort of, I'm very interested in how all this process worked. If a dragon can choose someone or perhaps impart a piece of itself onto them. My field of study is the elvish soul, and to see and interact with things like that, that's my motivation for wanting to speak with him.
Wait, so Gaula is an elf?
I believe he was formerly a kobold, but like I said, I study the soul and how it can transfer pieces of itself and how it can change and grow.
This is not my part of the mission. Don't look at me.
All I'm saying is this Gaula is being transported from whatever port they drop him off at up north. I am certain he will pass at least near to wherever your friend is. And I know the prison that your friend is at is ruled over by a Lord of the Fae, and I have his name. It's just, as a member of the Imperium, I have a great deal of sway over the movements of certain things. But I'm not that important, and for me, this has to be off the books. I would never be able to gain access to this person otherwise.
Of course.
Really? They wouldn't They wouldn't let you gain access to him for scholarly purposes to increase their own power, prestige, and wealth?
I mean, they might, but then right after we do what we do, it'll put him at risk.
I'm just saying, you might not need to go through all of this, kid. There might be easier ways.
The Imperium does not wish for dragons to be studied.
But you would like to study dragons.
You know,
They are tangential to my research.
kid, have you ever thought about going to the mainland? Like, I'm telling you, you can talk to dragons there, no problem. Like, there was this one I heard of. It started with a G. I don't know. Well, I can't.
Gilgamesh?
Gil something. Well, apparently. Anyways, but like something about some big party for him
Gilgamesh.
a few years back. 50 years back or whatever. But look, kid, there's dragons like on the mainland that you could talk to, and you wouldn't have to jump through all of these hoops. You wouldn't have to put yourself at risk. Like, kid, I'm just saying, nice little vacation to the mainland might do you some good.
As you say this, his eyes kind of like flick to the window and back. It's subtle, but you're able to catch it. An opportunity like this doesn't come up very often, and I want to jump on it when I can.
We'd be happy to oblige.
All right,
I
kid.
can't speak
How
for all of
much?
us.
How much are you willing to pay us?
Yeah, that's a good
That's what
question.
happens when you bring a famous person along.
You know, we're putting our lives.
I don't know how I'm supposed to help without it being like, well, why is Melody here?
Yeah, that's a great question. Why are we like? I'm just saying, like,
Well, it's
like-
fair.
there's way
Why
better ways
me?
for you to earn money. Like, I got no options. I'm a security specialist.
Are you asking me?
I don't know. What about you? I'm figuring you can't have better ways. Well, you're in this for friends, so to me that makes sense. Her though, come on, she's got options.
It's true. You don't have to be here.
Yeah. Especially, you catch the first buggy or, the first ship out of town, before old, who wakes up.
As you say this, Raven leans in. The Edrines worship a god of fate, who very intricately spins the web of time and links together disparate souls.
Okay.
The kobolds came to me with this quest, and I could not take it. This one, Savadar, came to me with a very similar quest, and I thought there's no way I could not work together with someone as driven as he. You are one I would expect to find in a town like this. You have the desire and ability I expect to do jobs similar to this, if maybe a little safer.
Look, honestly, kid, I didn't want to stick my head out. Like, I'm like, man, sorry, kid, I'm a low level, I'm a street guy. I'm not. Like, you gotta make it work. You better make this pay good if I am gonna be up in the danger factor. Like, doing an old smash and grab for, who is easy. It's one thing. Doing this is risking Imperial wrath.
He sort of turns now to Melody. But you are someone I, kind of goes a little red, wasn't expecting to meet in a place like this. For you to be this far out in the middle of nowhere doing, tours, forgive me, it's not, I have connections at the Imperium, and, you wouldn't need to be doing tours at fishing villages like this one if you didn't want to. I can get you performing at some of the palaces. Perhaps there's good money in it, and there's lots of important people that you could, kind of goes a little red, meet. But beyond that, beyond my connections, I'm not sure what else I can offer, but I am a scholar for the Imperium, and I know a great deal, and I can supply you with any kind of like thinks about it for a second.
She'll like lean in and raise an eyebrow.
Marks? People with a lot of money who might welcome a performer in their house?
I'll tell you what,
Yes.
Raven.
Freaking Raven.
Along with our compensation, you get my name in some high places.
Oh, yes.
I would like a portrait.
Look, bright red. What
Your
kind-
attention to detail is impeccable.
What kind of portrait?
Me.
Oh, in a frame?
Well, that's where portraits normally go.
Oh, okay, I can acquire a frame and perhaps draw a portrait of you. Would you like to set up a time?
Well, we can discuss that after. But
Oh, I see, of course.
those are my stipulations.
Yes, of course, I can do that. Please, and like I want to make it clear, I don't expect you to like fight your way out of the prison. We would need to find a way to arrange passage for you. Lots of smuggling ships come and go from there, so it shouldn't be.
Is this island just the prison?
It's a peninsula. It connects to the upper northern shelf of the world. But as long as you're south of the mountains, you're in prison territory. There's a great forest that runs through.
Any towns?
Prison towns.
Oh, lovely.
Plenty of employees that work throughout these towns. Do they transfer between? Do they know everyone's faces? There's probably a lot of them.
There are many. If you happen to stumble into call it a city or a district, a place that's ruled by a Fey Lord, the Lamp Lord rules the domain of your friend. He would know the faces of his prisoners.
So,
But would he know the faces of all his guards?
I would expect, perhaps, but
All right.
however you infiltrate is fine to me. I can even perhaps coordinate with him, the Lamp Lord, as long as it's not overt what we're trying to do. I can send for him, and we can.
maybe that would be a good in for myself. Keep him distracted.
Goodwill tour.
You would attempt to distract a Fey Lord?
I mean, there have been
okay.
instances
Come on.
where people
Raven.
perform at prisons.
Also, and Raven, I'm sorry, but have you seen Melody? I'm pretty sure she can distract a Fey Lord.
Oh, stop.
Sort of,
Oh my gosh.
forgive me, but to grab and hold the attention of a Lord of the Fae is perhaps one of the most legendary feats a bard could accomplish.
Well, there we go. We boost your rep while we're at it. Sounds like
I'm
that. It
just
sounds like
thinking,
I can take her
There's not
payment
really
if that's
any
what she's
other
getting.
excuse me, sir.
Hey,
What are you trying to insinuate?
I'm just saying, if you're gonna get
I
this
am
big
not. My
reputation,
body is not for sale. I do with it what I wish.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. We could go in under the guise that she's performing for the prison.
Mhm.
If that has ever happened before here. Like a little Johnny Cash moment.
I don't know who that is, but we can work something out.
Little
Johnny
Folsom prison-
Goldpiece?
Little
Johnny
Folsom
Piece
prison
of gold.
Little Folsom prison blues.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could be her team. Beautiful. You could sing with. I don't know what you do.
Perhaps we could arrange
Well,
something like that.
actually, I can play. I start listing off the instruments. I can play a couple things. I can play the pan flute. I can do the drums. I can also play bagpipes.
Perfect. And I'll pose as something. I don't know. A manager, bodyguard,
Roadie.
vagabond. Who cares?
Roadie, carry the
What's wrong
gear.
with okay.
Gotta carry the gear, man.
I mean, I won't. But for that moment, I will.
Just, I don't know. I don't know how else to get myself up there inconspicuously. I don't know if people up there know about me at all. If anyone's traveled south, I would hope they would have heard my music.
Sort of. Well, look, you'll need
If I'm
to
known this far north, What's a little farther?
The worst
Perhaps.
place.
As I said earlier, the back ass end of nowhere isn't exactly.
But the people from back ass end of nowhere come from somewhere. You get what I'm putting down? You picking up what I'm putting down?
He sort of.
Rue just takes his meat and
You just look over and I'm like, you know how people play with like dogs and cats?
Yeah.
I'm sitting like that with a kobold.
It's nipping at you a little bit.
You okay over there, Ren?
Oh yeah.
He's on his back doing the little kickies. He's
Little kickies?
Come here, you.
No, don't love my baby.
Oh god.
As that's happening, Raven sort of, I can attempt to. We want to make this as inconspicuous as possible.
Yes.
So it wouldn't make sense for you to perform at the prison that your friend is kept at, and then to proceed immediately south. So what I'm thinking is perhaps it's just a stop along the journey.
Just a long tour of every prison location.
We can do it.
I'm going to see if I can't pull some light strings and maybe see if I can't make it look like you've performed on a larger tour than you have.
I've been to many different places.
Oh, yes, but I mean in the prison.
Ah.
If you were to travel south with documents proving that you had been further north, it could simply be a few days' journey on a largely empty road with proof of who you are. You'd stop at the prison, perform a few songs, you would meet your friend, and hopefully somewhere along the way you'd be able to intercept this captive Dragonborn. I have it on good authority that he is heading north, and I know the roads he's heading up. There's only one major route. If we timed this right, you could meet him along the way.
Provided you have the documentation. That sounds reasonable to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will.
If we manage to get my friend out before that, we'll have more support in doing that as well.
Yeah. Also, besides, they won't care about your friend disappearing, but they'll care about this guy. By the way, what did your friend get locked up for, anyways?
That is something I'd like to find out as well.
Oh. Well, hat off to
Is
you,
your
my
friend
friend.
also a sea elf?
No.
What is he then?
Come on. We gotta know what he
Trying to think
looks
of,
like.
I leave it totally up to you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like. Yeah. He is one of those shelled folk.
Oh, turtle.
He's grumpy. You'll know who it is.
Ah, okay. So basically, the guy staring daggers. Gotcha. And grumbling about kids these days.
I don't know that there's a lot he doesn't grumble about.
Okay, so basically
I love this dynamic.
basically the grumpiest. So basically the grumpiest ass turtle folk I can find. That's him.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's probably gonna insult me as I'm saving him, huh?
I think his attention will be squarely on me.
Good.
Are
Then
on
you can
good
keep him
terms
from
with this
insulting me.
fellow?
I think he's on better terms with me than I on him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, so he doesn't like you.
No, other way around.
Oh, okay, okay.
He's a friend, but we have to have a talk.
You want to talk with him.
All right.
Cool.
Well, yeah. If we can prevent, if you're gonna have a heart-to-heart, let's make sure we're out of the prison before that heart-to-heart happens.
Yeah, heart to heart, fist to face. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Ooh,
Fist to face.
Hey, if it's gonna be a fist to face, give me a chance to get some odds down on that.
You'll want to put it on him. He's much stronger than me.
All right, we got 4-1 in the turtle's favor.
As
Poor Raven. Just sitting there.
Raven's like, oh, this is gonna fall apart.
Right.
sort of, right. I'm going to go to bed.
Great idea, Raven.
Are you staying at the Lord's Manor?
I am.
I'll walk you back.
Okay. He sort of like
You
lowers
need
the
someone to
blindfold.
walk you back.
Right.
Go easy on the kid now, buddy.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Kind of like puts the blindfold down.
If he
At
doesn't
this
want, okay.
blindfolds down again, kind of like. One of the kobolds kind of.
I never got my tea.
You turn and the barmaid is like serving like more and more drinks around at the. So like, oh, one moment, and she like runs over and grabs this tea and like brings it over.
It's the same little cup.
It's the same like itty bitty cup, yeah.
What is this?
Are we done here then?
What does this pub look like? Sorry, in the exterior and everything?
So it's a like low ceiling, though when you're outside it's like 3 or 4 stories tall.
Oh, okay.
But like low ceiling, kind of like wooden like rafters overhead. A few little like pillars down with little crossbeams that go. Lanterns hanging on each thing. The last time you were in here it was very dark. Like only a few lanterns at the edges were lit. But now it's more nightlife. There's more fires burning. It's cozy.
It's called the Crimson Sail?
Yes. At the moment it is. You would know that it has gone by many names over the past couple hundred years. Whatever legendary event inspires a new name will take on that name. There is a large red sail hanging from the side of the building. As one of the kobolds yawns, he's gonna start to like kind of like give it a little scratchy scratch, kind of like make his way over. This is the fat one. Kind of like goes over to the like little hearth burning. It's not a very big hearth. It's like there's no seats in front of it, and he kind of like curls up and goes to sleep on the little paved stones. As the other two kind of like crawl up next to him and like curl up and sleep like a cat. Like they kind of tuck the tail in and like sleep.
Aww.
I'm gonna stay here.
Cool.
As am I.
Lovely. I'm gonna and link up with Raven and shall we?
Yes, if that's all right.
Head out.
Cool.
I'm gonna walk over to the bar close to the captain.
Yeah.
Before I say that, we're very close to the captain.
Yeah, right next to him.
Just so I can hear if he's saying anything.
Yeah, he's sort of just like mumbling to himself, like, another drink. And he kind of like falls over a little bit. The barkeep there is kind of like, yeah, is he doing all right?
Are you doing all right?
I should have another drink.
It sounds like he's doing great.
Keep saying that right. I will see to it that he finds his way home then.
Why don't you let me do that when it's time?
Of course. Do you think it's time?
Not quite, but soon.
I see.
I'm just. Do I hear that, Daniel, from my seat at the table?
This is discreet, but you would probably see that he's talking to the barkeep next to.
I just keep drinking my mead. I'm just looking at like, how did I get myself wrapped up in this?
As this is happening, Melody, you're able to lead Raven.
I would like to chat while we're walking.
Oh, okay.
So tell me about this curse. What happened?
In truth, I don't remember. It was 30 or so years ago, maybe a little more, when the stars changed. I don't know exactly what brought it on, but curses like this, they happen. Fey lords and pacts and things. I remember vaguely a dream and a very bright light, but now anytime well, the easiest way to put it is I've never seen the stars as they are since they've changed. It's a curse, I think, because I'm curious and I like looking at new things, and the stars are the greatest example of that in perhaps 1,000 years.
So what happens if you do look at these stars?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember looking at the stars or anything before the stars?
I believe I'll just wake up tomorrow.
And won't know anything.
I might remember this conversation.
But what will you forget?
Whatever happened in between. I don't think I'll remember seeing the stars. I haven't seen the stars, so It's like
Oh, so it kind of causes you to black out, in a sense?
I believe so. I don't... Like, if I were to look at the stars, I might wake up in my own bed.
Mm-hmm.
Which seems to imply that I would be able to find my way home. But I have no memory of it.
Do you ever wake up in your bed, like, just, like, normal? Or, like...
What do you mean?
Well, like, is your form altered at all?
Oh, you're asking if I'm like a lycanthrope?
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Nothing's ever destroyed around me.
Okay.
I've woken up in strange places before, under a tree or in a tent that I myself pitched but don't remember pitching.
Interesting. And no time has passed, like it's just the next morning.
Yes, but in that sense, much time has passed. Because I see the stars and then it's morning.
Well, but not like days, it's just a few hours of night.
Yes.
Huh. Very interesting. Should we test it?
I'd rather not. I don't wish to.
Well, you're just going back to the Lord's house.
Well, I don't know. I don't... I mean, you have me blindfolded here. It's perhaps a little not befitting of this situation, and I don't fully know the state I'll be in.
That's fair. I'm curious, though. Like you.
Oh, well, it's good to meet another curious individual. Perhaps one day...
I don't know what happens when you look at the stars.
Perhaps one day we'll get the chance to test it out together.
Take your word on that.
Yes, I hope so.
A little playtime.
He's already blindfolded. We're halfway there.
Oh,
Well, there goes the quality of the audio for this week.
Sorry.
No. As you are having this conversation, you kind of reach the front doors of this manor. You get arm in arm. So are we there?
Almost.
Okay, kind of. That's a step. I'm kind of like climbing up.
There's some steps.
Yeah, it's okay. I know.
I'll like open the door. And lead
There's
him
a
through.
guard there who kind of just like doesn't question it, just like.
Lead him through, close the door, and pull his blindfold off.
Right, I thank you for that.
Thank you. I'll keep this scarf. It's Rue's scarf in my inventory. I'll pop it in my bag.
Right. Good. It can be good to have things that belong to your companions.
Yes.
There are spells that can be enhanced by such possessions.
Ah, that's true.
I've done a fair bit of reading about them. Can't do many myself, but in due time. In any case, I'm going to go to bed now.
Have a good night.
Well, to the study, and then I will trance. You need to sleep.
I do. I'm tired. It's been a long night.
Yes, indeed.
First, I'd like to go sit in like the drawing room, I guess.
Yeah.
Little lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Is the hearth burning?
Yeah, there's a nice big fire going.
Yeah, I'll sit in one of the chairs there, kick my legs up, and pull out the letter.
Ah, yes.
And I would like to read it.
Yes. I was going to type up a handout for this, but thought better of it, because what you see inside starts almost like a poem, like a very like flowery worded love letter, but very quickly devolves into an oh my kind of letter. Very, very raunchy. Any like semblance of like wit or eloquence kind of like fades away very quickly in the cursive writing, as this noble's love is professed quite profusely. Lots of euphemisms, subtle and not, but the message is very clear. There's a little bit of like a run away with me in there.
Leave the Lord.
But you get the sense that she's quite an avid fan of your music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. I will just enjoy the fire for a moment. Nicely fold the letter back up. Slip it in my bag.
Ah, yes.
I would like to when I open it, I want to make sure to preserve the seal.
Okay.
Like, so don't break it. Just kind of like.
Make a sleight of hand check.
That's a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of like, I don't know if you use the heat or something, you can kind of like...
Well, like rip the paper around it, you know.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So you now have a seal from Lady Elmora.
Cool.
It's a Balcyne seal.
Yeah.
Balcyne.
Cool.
She used her husband's seal for the letter. It's a power move.
So good. And I'll just stretch it out a little bit and meander on upstairs. Yeah.
You know where your room is.
Mm-hmm.
The elves do not need to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
They just trance for 4
Yeah.
hours. So for them, an evening is usually spent like reading, doing some very light activity, and that's sort of the extent of it. You know where to find both Lord and Lady at this hour. The Lord would most likely be in his study, and Lady Balcyne in hers. And then your room is like sort of off down a hall. Where are you heading?
I'll head to Lady Balcyne's study.
Yeah. You reach the door. You can open it up. She's sitting there.
She's a lycanthrope.
She's just like reading what looks to be like a little holy book. There's a little like spider web on it. Sort of like looks up. Melody.
Elmira? Elmora.
Wow, smooth. It's Elmora.
My lady.
Yeah.
Good save. She sort of... Welcome.
Thank you. Like, step in and close the door.
Is this a fade to black?
Yeah.
Okay, make a performance check. No, make me a constitution saving throw.
Hilarious.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
She's aggressive.
Crit.
Crit. Okay. You do not lose concentration on your spell.
Nice.
That would be...
that's why you had her roll.
Then fine, he's drunk.
He's like almost passed out drunk.
You enjoy your evening. The tavern starts to clear out a little bit. The wood elf is still there.
Performance is ridiculous.
Wood elf's still here.
Yo. What? Oh.
As most of the tavern starts to clear out. And it's just you and the captain of the guard here at the front.
Would the captain have seen me because I was still in the room when they were doing that conversation? And behind the gargoyle?
I was blocking his view of him too because
the gargoyle was
I was in front of the gargoyle. Gargoyle was behind me, and then he was behind the gargoyle.
It would come down to how like astute this guard is. So it's hard to say for certain. But you know that you haven't really seen a lot of him except for when he was charmed.
Okay.
You were kind of standing as like an informal sort of bodyguard for Melody when he walked up to harass Melody.
Okay.
But he didn't deal a lot with you directly.
Okay, so he was so face. Okay. Is there a place I can be in private really quick?
Yeah, there's sort of like a little restroom kind of side.
Okay. I rush in there and I cast Disguise Self again.
Okay.
Back to my drow person.
Okay.
And I walk back out. Does anyone react?
No, people are... At this point, it's like the sleepy sort of last hours of the evening.
I go over to the captain. And I'm gonna... Yeah, and I'll be like, you ready to go home?
I think I should have more drink.
Okay. And I signal for another drink.
Yeah.
If just how, like, based on his current state, if we were to get in a fight right now, would he do very well?
He looks very drunk.
Yeah.
As to his abilities, one way or the other, he's a bald wood elf, lots of scars on him. He's built.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really say for sure how good he is in a fight.
Okay. All right. Oh, I mean, yeah. I'm gonna wait for a while to see if he does pass out before I do anything. What time is it now?
It is like past midnight kind of thing.
Okay.
So like it's early hours of the morning.
I'm still at my table.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Melody's spell has a great deal more time on it before it fades. And it seems he's just kind of pursuing it to the best of his ability.
So I'm going to go over to him because I'm not going to risk our party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put down... no. Did you say he did or didn't pass out?
He's still conscious.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to sit down closer to him as the drow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put a gold in front of him. What's the Dark Elves family's name?
The Osrians.
I'm going to look at him and I'm going to be like... It would be best if you and everyone you work for forget the Osrians, is that it? The Osrians' interference at yours today. Melody had no choice. And I guess it's up to you if you want to live. And I just stand back up.
He is very like drunk and charmed right now. Mm-hmm. For a moment, there's this flash of like recognition at what you're saying. Mm-hmm. His kind of like half smile kind of drops. His like hand kind of like falls down to like a blade that isn't there.
Mm-hmm. I'm walking a little bit out. Like
yeah,
you're walking away. I'm like, don't be stupid.
You're kind of taking a few steps back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's not even there.
He said a blade that isn't there.
Yeah, like he doesn't have any weapons on him right now. So he's kind of like
forgot about that.
Instinctively, right? Kind of like looking around, and then kind of like takes another like drink, but he's like his eyes are wide and like kind of darting around as he's like sipping. And at that point, he's gonna kind of like pass out.
Oh, he could also black out.
Yeah.
So I don't even remember what happened.
Oh yeah, that's.
But he will then pass out.
We'll see. And after that, does this place have rooms?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna drop the disguise self as he passes out, and I'm gonna go get him.
Hey. I got an idea?
Your room has been paid up by Raven, who knows that you're here.
Perfect.
I got an idea.
What is that?
As we're sitting, do you join me back at the table after you
Sure.
finish up? I asked, hey, what did you tell him, by the way?
Blamed it on the Osrians.
I do have my forgery kit with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of quietly, just kind of putting myself in between the bar and everybody, so nobody can see this. I'm just gonna kind of quickly with my forgery kit. I'm gonna write up a small note, and just have it. Remember. It's just write down. It's best to forget.
Then put his name, his address, everything we can figure out about him.
I just put down.
You've been marked.
It's best to forget what happened, and I am going to. Do I know what the Osrian family crest looks like?
Yeah.
Cool.
I assume I have the tools to fake a little.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming you want to check on this, don't you?
What role does he make?
This is a forgery.
Yes, a forgery kit. So I'd say maybe an intelligence check using the forgery kit.
Oh, okay. Any chance I could swing a dexterity for penmanship?
Yeah, it's like a sleight of hand. So yeah, I'd allow
Okay.
forgery kit with dex.
Sweet. Solid 9. Solid 9.
Throw that one away.
I show it to Rin.
Yeah.
Look, it's not great. Maybe if the Osrians like had a child that could
I kind of look at it. Do I realize it? What do I think as I look at it now, as he's mentioned
you're looking at like the Osrians do have like at least a child.
That's like.
But no, it's not the best work you've seen.
I just take it. And is there a candle at our table, like a little like candle, a little lamp? I just burn up the.
Yes. Just make it go away.
All right, I tried.
Could I try? I don't have any of the skills. could I go over to the bar? Is the barkeep still just watching or doing?
Yeah, he's just kind of like cleaning a glass. He's like keeping an eye out to make sure no one's like having a little scuff in the last hours of the evening.
Shoot, never mind. All right, that's fine. I'll go to my room. I'll retire.
I'm gonna retire for the night as well.
You both go to your separate rooms. And
Yes. Oh, by the way, as I was sitting there at the table, is there any chance, because I was at the table for a long time waiting for him, is there any chance I could have identified any of those 3 items that I have on me? You said I just need to spend an hour with each item?
Yes. Which item would you like to identify?
I'd like to do angry eyebrow goggles.
Yes. These goggles.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gee, I didn't expect them to. They have. They're kind of like these like shutters over them, and you realize they can just like pop off.
Okay.
And the goggles themselves are these like very circular framed glasses, which you could like perhaps fashion into something a little bit more fashionable than the goggles. But they are kind of this like purplish gold tint, depending on how you angle them. And it seems like this set of items is not complete. It's something that's been tinkered with or tried
So
to
the goggles
focused.
are part of something more.
The goggles themselves are almost magical. It is just the lenses. And it looks like there's something that can be used to maybe cast something like Detect Magic. To see things that are magical through them.
Okay.
Or perhaps even like something like Identify.
Okay, I'm going to try something, Dan. Can I put like the goggles on, and then I'm going to touch the weird bottle I found.
Yes.
The smoking bottle, and like kind of like will myself to understand it.
Ooh. Yeah, as you are like focusing on this through your goggles, there's this like tingling.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come from your hand. It's almost in your eyes. Like you can feel like there's something is shaking here. And then the magic kind of like fades from the goggles, and you understand that you're holding an ever-smoking bottle.
Yes! I called it! Yes! Daniel, I had it in my notes written down as ever-smoking bottle.
Yes.
Is it just a bottle that constantly has gas leaking out of it?
Oh, it's much
That's
better.
something.
It's an escape It's an escape button.
Oh, nice.
So you recognize that your
Yep,
goggles. You kind of understand. You could cast Identify once there, and then the magic faded.
So can I use it again, like say tomorrow, or like?
Yes, it is once per day. You can use Identify with them, but it feels like there's more to these, like that you could maybe build on or experiment with.
So I'm gonna just refer to them as lenses of Identify that can be improved. Is that
Sure,
a fair description?
That works. That is all within your first hour there.
Yep, and then I'm assuming I can take another hour to check out that cool little gelatinous cube.
Yes. This one's a little underwhelming. This is just a bead of nourishment.
A bead of nourishment.
It's a common magic item. Effectively, it's just a day's rations, in the shape of a little jelly that you can eat.
Yummy.
Cool. Bead of nourishment.
Just
Just
to take some long rests then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any other magic items on you that you'd like to?
Nope.
Cool. Awesome.
She has the other 3.
I see.
I'm not identifying them tonight.
You're a little
very
bit-
busy doing a horizontal dance.
The beast with 2 backs,
Always.
if you will.
No, she just wanted to hear Brace sing.
Yeah, I'm just singing. I'm
There's nothing-
performing.
Just giving her spitting sick rhymes.
Lady Balcyne is just beatboxing. It's just.
I should have played my bard.
Yeah, right?
Oh, man.
Three bards, that'd
One
be
day.
wicked.
One day.
Brutal. As you trance, and you trance, and you eventually get to sleep. You two are elves.
Yeah.
And elves do not dream.
Of course not.
You can choose while trancing to let your mind wander to your own memories. Though, I believe, how old are each of you?
150. I'm still young.
I'm, you know how old I am.
Let me make sure.
Holy
He keeps calling everyone kids. I'm assuming he's old. I am 150.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Did you message me somewhere?
I will message it.
No worries. I have it here, actually.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
For elves who have passed the age of 100, the door to your past widens, and you can start to see the memories of some of your ancestors.
Ooh, okay.
This is the symbol that marks adulthood in elves. The fact that they can look back further than themselves. For elves that are considered children, they age at the same rate as humans. So like a 40-year-old elf is 40 years old, and like physically, they've hit like their peak in terms of like physical ability as a human would, right? Like they just don't fall off. But they don't get to dream in the way that a normal elf would until they reach that threshold of a century. For the two of you, your minds simply wander back to moments from your past. The day, the last week. So much has happened that it kind of just comes as like a jumbled rush. You don't have the time to like delve any further back than that. But the moment passes. You both break from your trance in the morning, well rested. Melody. You wake up in your bed. Big white sheets. There is your instrument next to you. There's a fire burning in the hearth.
Beautiful.
Exactly as you were the morning before.
No dream.
No dream tonight.
Oh.
But next to you sits Lady Balcyne.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is it true that you're leaving?
Yeah, we gotta get going.
Kind of like grabs your arm.
Oh, there.
You don't have to, you know.
I don't have to, but I'm on to bigger things.
She kind of like rests her head, kind of closes her eyes, like, no.
It's okay.
Melody, please, we can kick Alder out. It'll just be us.
My darling, I must go.
Like goes red. I'll write you letters.
Please, I thoroughly enjoyed your first letter.
Oh, I enjoyed writing it.
Thank you. But who knows? Maybe our paths will cross again one day. Please let your husband know that I put some stuff on his tab last night at the red sale.
Oh.
The crimson sale.
Was he okay with that?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll be sure to keep him informed. Yes. Well.
It was lovely to meet you.
Like he puts a hand on the cheek a little bit, like it was lovely to meet you too, Melody.
Give me another one. Pat. like
Yeah.
just nice little gentle pat.
Well.
Well, I don't know where we're meeting today, but I'd assume Rabin is. Well, I walked him here last night, so I would assume he's here somewhere.
Right, we can find him.
Yes, I don't know what the plan is, but I guess I should get ready and I'll start dressing, gathering my things, head down to the parlor, dining room.
Yeah, as you're heading down, Lord Alder is there in the hallway. Kind of like turns, sort of. Lady Melody.
Good morning.
Elmora. He like looks past you, and Elmora's just kind of like walking through, like bundling up a little bit. As Alder keeps walking. Ooh.
Can I like insight their relationships?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Updating my notes.
12.
She's not trying to hide anything.
Yeah. Looks like that was an arranged marriage.
She was a little she was feeling a little left out yesterday,
Yeah.
and
Had to get back at him.
now it's sort of like almost like a contest. But
They seem healthy.
yeah, you know, there's no marriage counseling cleric domain, so you know, they're not
The
really.
peace domain, come on.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll talk to Lyra.
Gosh.
Oh, Lyra. I would not go to relationship advice from
She has
Lyra.
a very healthy marriage, thank you. Yeah. Her marriage is healthy, not her family.
Nobody knows.
There
Nobody
we
knows
go.
the status of the goddess of peace's relationship to her husband,
I
because
do.
that is a matter of the Silk Fleet, which is far to the east and south and has no bearing on your elven politics. However, yes.
I still think about it.
Silk Fleet can show up in the sky one day.
Ah, yes. You never know.
You have to go against dragons in the sky.
Love that.
I'd be terrified.
So, as you are led to that same like marble statue of this, marble tiefling, crack on his cheek.
No breakfast.
There's breakfast downstairs.
Okay.
And Raven is sitting there, kind of like continuing to sketch. Oh,
Hi.
yes, Melody. Are you ready to eat and go?
I would like breakfast, and then I think I'm ready.
Wonderful. So he kind of heads down. Breakfast is...
Oh, also, before we go inside, you seem smart. And I'll pull out the 3 things that I got from Roren's vault.
Yeah.
Do you know what any of these are?
Which...
I have a wooden staff with carvings of birds, a single crossbow bolt with a brass fist instead of a point,
yes.
and a scimitar in a sheath that sheds bright pale blue light.
Well, he's going to, like... avoid the scimitar, because he kind of... okay, no. That seems a little high profile for this setting. And he produces this little, like, pearl. Which one would you like me to look at first?
The staff, if you don't mind.
He kind of, like, holds the staff and, like, puts a pearl on it. He's going to cast a spell.
Cool.
This is a staff of bird calls. And he'll hand it back to you. I'll let you... You can look that up, but he'll explain the ins and outs of how it works.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if you want me to check it out. We may need the spells if we're going to be perhaps robbing a small boat, or...
We're robbing a boat.
I didn't come here on my own boat. But we can perhaps... We can hire maybe a smuggler or something.
Okay.
But anytime... The breakfast is down there. I've already eaten, but if you'd like to eat, we can go.
What?
What's up, Johnny?
A staff of bird calls?
Yeah, these are items that Lord Roren had no use for and shoved in his
That's
basement.
so funny.
Sure. Steph Bird calls hilarious.
I'm so
Are we up?
confused.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go have some lovely breakfast, have some
Yeah.
tea.
They have these little like kind of quiches that they've baked.
Oh, I'm eating quiche.
yeah.
I love quiche.
Yeah. You can see on the balcony Lady Balcyne sort of dabbing at her eyes a little bit. And then if you like make eye contact with her, she turns and like leaves.
I'll message and be like, don't cry. I'll be back one day.
Oof.
You say so.
I'll be back again someday.
you can cast and then whisper the song.
I'm gonna like sing it to her.
Yeah.
Oh my.
You know, like the Frosty the
Goodness.
Snowman, like the end of the frost. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm going for.
I see. Make a performance check.
You know, aren't you glad we stayed at the Red Sail now? Oh, David.
28.
I guess.
Or sorry, 26.
She does not respond and like.
Is it? Sorry, no, keep going.
Yeah, no, that's the major extent of it. You finish breakfast without issue.
Cool.
Some servants clean off your plates, and Raven sort of, yes, if you'll follow me, of course. And he will now lead you. Kind of like pauses for a minute as if to offer his arm, and then like, oh no, I don't need that.
Are
anymore.
we leaving the manor?
Yes.
I would like to say goodbye to Lord Alder before we leave. Thank him for his hospitality.
Lord Alder sort of at the top of the stairs, like, yes, Melody. Wonderful for you to join us again.
So lovely to meet you. Thank you kindly for all of your hospitality.
Always thank you kindly for all your music.
Of course.
And for your company has been most appreciated. But of course, if you ever need a place to stay or to perform, we can.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
I may be back. I may not. Well, only time will tell. Anyways, I'm off now. Have a great life if I don't see you. And if that. Oh.
Yes, to you as well, dear.
I'll turn and I'll head out.
What's your passive perception?
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You just head out, and you make your way down to the Crimson Sail.
I will take his arm as we walk.
Oh, you can. Oh, right. I can see it's.
I know.
Oh.
Oh.
Keeps going.
I'm not sharing a cabin with them on the boat.
Based on the size of the boat, we might be all
What
sharing.
you rolling there, Daniel?
We're bringing back confidence checks.
I love it.
Rolled a 19.
God, it's
Victor, is that
Victor
you?
back again.
I just wanted to say thank you for leading me home last night.
Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure.
You're
That
very.
you couldn't have gotten home on your own, so I was going there anyways.
Oh, I suppose. Most of my companions just kind of leave me at the tavern, but.
They don't seem like very good companions now, are they?
Oh well, things are different in the capital. Much less of this whole cut purse thing.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I've been many times.
Oh really?
It's quite charming out here.
Oh I'm surprised you've been to the capital. Is it?
Pelrillis?
Yes.
Oh, of course I've been to the capital.
Oh wow.
I live there.
You what?
Yeah.
There is a future for us.
What?
You're not here for this. I'm so sorry. I offered you contacts there. I can get you better contacts. Perhaps the Edrien family.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Sure
I've got some contacts, but you can always get higher.
What kind of contracts do you have?
Contacts?
Yeah. Any like is it minor nobles or
Oh.
like a bard guild or?
That's a Daniel question.
You know, like you have like your mentor.
Yeah.
Some of like the surrounding manors from where you're
Yeah.
from.
So like lesser nobles.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one in the royal family.
Yeah, no. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll just relay. Oh, I've got some people there, some minor nobles.
I see. Well, in any case, I'll do what I can, and I'll try to make sure your name is known in the good books of all
Wonderful.
the noble houses that I have reach with, which isn't too many, but we can work on something.
Word spreads.
Yes.
Podcast travels fast in small town.
You now reach the Crimson Sail Tavern, wherein you find Rue and Savidar, who I suppose have come downstairs.
Yes, I would have actually liked to commandeer a ship using ship's passage.
Ooh, okay. Could you read what that allows you to do?
If it's right here, then yes, I shall. I'm just going to read the actual definition. We might have to help them, but...
Fun by me?
Ship's passage 5.
I'll be the captain.
Oh, Lord.
Avast ye, matey, hoist the sail! There's a storm, hoist the sail!
You can be a shanty man.
It says, when you need to, you can secure free passage on a sailing ship for yourself and your adventuring companions.
Let's go.
You might sail on the ship you served on, or another ship you have good relations with, perhaps one captained by a former crewmate. Because you're calling in a favor, you can't be certain of a schedule or route that will meet your every need. Your DM will determine how long it takes to get where you need to go. In return for your free passage, you and your companions are expected to assist the crew during the voyage.
I will assist them well.
Oh, dear. Make sure the crew is ugly.
Daniel, no pretty crewman. No pretty crewman.
Akeem!
As you kind of go about, you ask around at the bar, you do a little bit of work in the early hours of the morning. There is it's not the best concealed smuggling ship, but it's a ship where the name has been scrubbed off. It looks like a little fishing boat, but you have an eye for this, and you can tell that the ship has been rigged for stormier weather than a normal fishing ship would have. And the crew contains, among the other sort of wood and high elf faces, it contains a sea elf, and it contains a kobold. Just one of each. That's enough to tell you that this is not an Imperium ship. And it's not a ship that is sanctioned by the Imperium, or by perhaps any of the noble houses. And what you know is that it's going north, not to one of the ports, but to perhaps something a little more hidden. A nice little coastline along the prison wall, the coastline. They kind of are coy about it, but they let you know that yes, we're docking like a couple 100 miles up the peninsula. And if you were to disembark and join the main road and head south, you would get to a more reputable port at the south end of the peninsula. Just taking the main road. And it seems to line up with this tour idea you have.
Perfect. All right, I secure that, and then I let my compatriots know.
Daniel, if he's gone for the morning, I actually have something I would like to do in the morning.
Absolutely.
So there's, I'm assuming, markets, like fish markets or like, you know, marketplaces. So I'm going to go to the market. I'm going to pick up, you know, some essentials, some food, some stuff like that. I might specifically be looking for a thing of bagpipes, if I could come across bagpipes.
You can find...
Now, by the way, at the same time, I'm also going to be... what was the mortises... What was the family name you were spreading, Damon? The mortis...
something?
The
Dark Elf one?
What's the Dark Elf family name?
The Osrines?
Osrines. I am going to start spreading rumors among all of the traders that I saw a dark elf outside of the mansion. I saw a dark elf outside the mansion, and looked like he had a what was it again? The Osrine.
The Osrine crest.
It looked like he had an Osrine crest. Like, I'm gonna make sure, like, slightly different variations of the story, and I'm gonna make sure that gets nicely passed around as I'm looking for the bagpipes.
I see. You were able to find. There are no bagpipes, I'm afraid. Instruments are a little fancy for a town like this. I would say you could find some drums.
Yes. How much for some drums?
Whatever the price is in the like adventuring gear.
Yes.
Thing. If you're looking for rations or the like, also in the adventuring gear thing.
But honestly, I'm buying like a pastry or something like for breakfast, and that way I'm making an excuse so I can talk to more people.
Yes, it would just be like a couple copper for the pastry. So if you're willing to put down like 2 copper. You can get some pastry going.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
And the make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay.
For your rumor spreading for the day.
Oh, okay.
You got it, buddy.
Okay, and 6 gold pieces for my drum.
Okay.
By the way, I'm not looking for like a big drum. I'm looking for a nice little like side drum.
Yeah, like a little like you kind of hip mounted. And
exactly. Yeah. Drum, and then. Yeah, okay, I will roll persuasion, you said?
Yes. For how well your rumors take.
Okay. You know what? Oh, I haven't used you tonight. Let's use you.
I suppose it would be deception, actually.
Deception?
Yes.
Can I... Yeah, it's too late to Bardic Inspire myself.
You can't Bardic Inspire yourself. Only others.
It's a solid 12.
12, okay. You are going through... Some people just don't believe you because it's very outlandish to believe that an Osrine would be this far north. Like, that's...
Yeah.
Like a foreign power snooping around doing, like, borderline hostile stuff is scary, but it's also kind of, like, laughable. Like, it's like they wouldn't do that.
But the idea is planted now.
Yes, there are a few people who take it. And it kind of like, you know, you can start to hear people kind of like having pause about it. Like one kind of guy kind of laughs and the other person's like, well, are you sure? Like, it's possible they would send a scout this far. But not with the crest, though. Well, maybe not, but if it's a dark elf, then maybe. Like, how many drow do you know who come this far north?
You... And I'm assuming Rin made sure to show off his dark elfness while at the bar for a little bit.
Well, I walked the entire way from one mansion to the other.
Yeah, you did!
I thought it through.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And the word that begins to be like thrown around that tells you that you've succeeded is thread runner. A thread runner is one who smuggles silk out from Pinbury, the Adrian's like noble house. And as soon as that word lands, and you can hear people using that word, you know you've landed it. Because for them to begin to like make that connection, it's become rooted, entangled in the day's thoughts.
That's great.
With that, you all kind of come together. You've got this nameless ship set up. They have passage for you, a little like room in the hull set aside, it's one room, but it's specifically for smuggling people. So it's got like several little beds set up. No one else is in it right now. The captain.
Awesome.
The captain's a wood elf, but he sort of. I think it's best we don't have a name-to-name basis on this one.
Sounds good to me. You can just call me Smith.
Smith.
Yeah.
I see.
Alright, so are we all there now? Or...
Yes. You've all been kind of like brought together.
Before we go to the ship. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I have a disguise kit.
Yeah, I got one.
May I use it?
Oh, sure. I kind of pull it out from my rucksack. There you go.
I'm just chilling with
I would like to... Can you help me?
Oh, of course, yeah.
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 And use the... I am proficient in disguise kits. I just don't have one. I'd like to just disguise myself. Of like different hair color to look not like Melody.
What hair color are you going for?
We'll just go like chestnut brown.
Sure.
Paint some like...
Also,
Get the face a little bit more, looks like weathered almost.
Daniel, if I may, I'm gonna take a brush and do some stylizations on the horns, so that way there's this nice feature that we can easily remove that's gonna draw everyone's attention.
Very smart.
Totally, yeah. Almost like a birthmark. Almost.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And what stat is that?
It would be, I would say, probably a dexterity.
So stealth sleight of hand?
It would be a dexterity disguise kit check. So it's a dexterity check that you're
proficient in. So the same as sleight of hand.
Yeah.
And is it advantage because he's helping?
Yes.
So 14 and 10. So 14 plus 5 is 19.
Sure. You do a very passable job here. And you kind of doing that up.
No problem.
Oh, here's your scarf back.
Oh, thank you. I just tucked that back into the disguise kit.
Nice. Raven's sort of, I'm not sure how many days it will be that we're on the sea.
And then I'll go meet them.
Oh, yes, yeah. At this point, it's just him that's missing, because it's, yeah.
the ship.
You are led across the ship. The wood is, like, sleek and, like, kind of like a black-green color. Like, it's not like not a very appealing-looking ship. It's very, very weathered.
Is this where are we using this ship? Is the dude with us, Raven?
Yes.
Oh, is he coming with us?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's arm in arm with you, if you're leading him.
Oh, cool. I didn't know if he was coming with us on the ship or if he was...
Well, he gets to the ship with you, and he sort of, right, documents. There are 2 letters here.
Thank you.
One is explaining what you're doing. It's like approval from me by name. If you can talk your way out of it, I think that should be a last resort.
The letter.
Yes, because my name doesn't carry the most weight. I'm a researcher after all, and they might ask further questions if they think that a researcher has approved a band tour. But it's there just in case. And the second letter is well, it's essentially a duplicate. It's something to give if you should come upon any like Imperium folks. Just use them wisely. They're essentially the same, but just in case.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Kind of gives a bow. I will need to meet you somewhere.
Where?
I was planning on heading to Pinbury, which is several days away.
By the prison place?
No, it's far. It's south of here and to the east.
So when we're done this, we'll meet you in Pinbury.
I think that would be a good idea, but if you need to lay low, Pinbury might be a safe bet, but it's the house of the Edrians. And if you're in the Edrian hometown, it's difficult to lay low. Yarhar, to the west, is a city of kobolds and monster folk, and they might be a safer place to lay low if you need to. I wish I could be in contact with you just to know how it's all going, but I'll wait for you. And if you have any way of contacting me afterwards, I'll be all ears.
How long are you going to stay in Pinbury for?
Perhaps a month or so. But if I hear from you, I'm willing to stay or to travel as need be. as a member of the Imperium, battle lines don't really affect me the same way they would someone else. Just tread carefully, and wherever you go quietly.
I'll try.
I tell the wrong person that I think about this. I know you will be a charm to any who know you. He kind of goes a little red and kind of like nods and heads off. Kind of like off the ship, right?
Give him a like, oh wait, and I'll like run up and give him a little kiss on the cheek and send him on his way. Thank you. And like skip back my little satyr tail like swinging.
I give him a good old nod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You nod back, okay.
I mean, that's as good as it gets from me.
Yeah.
I think is really what it is.
Oh.
That's me like, hey, I like you a little.
You're like...
Do I get a nod?
Sure, yeah, you can have a nod. We chat, so it's different.
You are shown to the lowest decks of the ship, where it's all creaky, and it feels damp even if it's not.
Did I know the other sea elf by any chance? I know that, we're not...
No.
Not everyone knows everyone, but...
You do not know the sea elf. In fact, the conversation that you would have to get this position, you'd probably have to allude maybe a little bit about your background to kind of be like, you're in with this, but specifics in a relationship like this don't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, okay, I know that you're...
Who I am.
I know vaguely who you are, right? Like enough to like give you a nod. And they've kind of showed you down to this lower passageway. They also dump this little bag of like whole salted fish.
Nice.
Rations. Closes the door.
I'm like pumped.
Yeah.
I look around.
We're all in here?
Yes. As you close the door, it's pitch black.
I hate it here.
Right, yeah.
I hate it here so much. How long is this
By the way,
sail?
I'm just... Rue is just playing a little beat out on his drum, just totally happy with this.
How long is this sail?
Mm-hmm.
How long is it?
What do you do with a drunken sailor?
60
What
mile
do you do
Yes.
with a drunken
How long is the
sailor?
sail?
It'll be at least a week.
Okay, come on.
A week?
Hey.
Let's see.
A
Let's see.
week.
Let me see.
A week.
Rin, you
In
know that
here?
one. What do you
Can
do
we get out
with
of
a
here?
drunken sailor?
Do we have
Come
to
on.
stay in here the whole time?
You could charm your way out.
So from Silsbury, a ship can travel, since it travels 24 hours, it's 120 miles in a day.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It might be good. Actually, depending on how far up the coast we go, though, I don't know.
Probably about 2.5 to 3 days.
Okay. Sorry, I like spend a lot of time with the map, but I'm not.
Yeah, all good.
I would not like to be in here.
You are not going to the Iron Forest as it is marked on the map. This is just going somewhere along the coast
Yeah, I assume we go up.
with road access. Yeah.
Is that, just as, I know this is a little off topic, that spot that you indicated on the map, is that the location of the fortress?
Yes,
is that-
that is the big high security part of it. But down through the
Avoid
south
that.
is you don't want to go there.
Where is your friend in the prison?
Much further south.
Would Raven have told me exactly how that would work?
Yeah.
He's in one of the pits.
Pit?
Yeah, but like non-threatening kind, you know?
I don't think there's such thing as a non-threatening pit.
Well, like that's how they put the prisoners. They have little cells along the pit. It's better than the fortress.
Okay. I would like to knock on the door after a decent amount of time.
What is a decent amount of time
Like
for another?
5 minutes.
Like 20 minutes.
There's no response.
It smells like fish in here
There's a
and
big thing of
body
dried
odor.
fish. Yeah.
I take offense to that.
It
as a seal.
is pitch black, so you're kind of like feeling your way around to get to the door.
Nope, not the door. Thank you.
like feeling in his face. Can I find like a latch or anything?
You can and you get it.
Yeah.
Open. There are crates stacked up in front of the door.
Hello?
Come on, have a good time. Have a fish.
Gonna put a fish.
What do you do with a drunk?
How does
sailor?
message work?
What
Can I just
do
like
you
point and
do
hope
with
it
a
hits someone?
Yeah, so it can... I'm not sure. I think you do have to point at a creature you can see. But it does. It also passes through things. So let me look it up.
There once was a ship that put to sea.
The ship was the Billy.
You found a shanty that works for both of you. Toward a creature within range. So you don't have to see them.
Cool. I'm gonna point and start casting message.
Okay. Eventually, it's
Please let me out.
It's like
I
a
hate it
pin.
in here. Please let me out. I hate it in here.
Yeah.
Please let me out. I hate it in here.
You can hear Melody whispering this every time until it latches onto somebody, and then you can see her mouth move, but the whisper carries out. And you say, there's no response. But you can hear footsteps. Boom, 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 boom. And as kind of, you can feel this crate move. You don't see because it's pitch black, but you have dark vision, both of you.
Yeah.
So in the grayness, this like stern-looking elf, kind of like, right, your friend has been using magic to contact us. It's
pitch black. It smells like fish, and I hate it down here.
My singing ain't that bad.
There's a lantern hanging from the ceiling.
I can't see the lantern if it's not lit.
I like firebolt a little bit. Just
And you
I
light it up.
still hate it down here.
Right.
Can I just get a little bit of fresh air?
Kind of.
If there's any kind of way to put her in a different space.
Yeah, by the way, like, dude, I will give you a gold coin right now if you get her out of here for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes, an hour, like, just...
Sir,
get her
I
out.
have told you this before. I am not for sale.
I'm not saying you, I'm not selling you, I am telling you, I am trying to help make this happen.
Yep, sort of like folds his arms.
I can sing.
How can we come to an
I
agreement
can
that
sing.
she can be up on deck singing for us, and then as soon as another ship comes by, she's got to come back to the fish room.
I just need like 5 minutes
5 minutes.
of not fish.
Daniel, I'm holding up a gold coin, like, come on, man.
Takes the gold coin. You take it in just 5 minutes. Let's go.
Once she leaves, Rue just sighs and just looks over at Rin. Peace at fucking last.
And then I
And
start
now
casting
we are
message.
not-
Please let me out. I'm just kidding.
Wow. Well, you, Melody, are led up to the top of this ship.
Mm-hmm.
It is a misty day out. The ship's already like disembarked a little bit. Leaving the town, just a little speck on the horizon. The ship is... It smells awful, like rotting fish.
Worse than the room.
Yeah, there are like nets being dragged across the top. There's like fish in them that are spilling out. One guy's just kind of like barking curses at another one. You watch as this very old-looking elf, even old for an elf, right? Like his skin kind of like faded to a pale, wiry hair. He's missing an eye. Kind of just like spits, and it like lands like right between your feet. Kind of like not even like looking at you.
Take me back, take me back, take me back, take
there are,
me
like,
back, take me back, take me back, take me back, take me back.
Welcome to my neck of the woods.
Hey, it smells like home.
Your home smelled like rotting fish?
There was many things that my home smelled of, especially where I was forced to live.
Alright. My home actually smelled like fish. I swam with them.
You know, I always thought that would be something fun to do, you know, actually be able to go underwater and swim with those fishes. Though I've heard dolphins are vicious.
Yeah, they're real. The bad word was coming, and I just put it back in.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you need to just let her rip, my friend. You need to just let her out.
Don't fight in this little room, please.
I love that you're saying this as you're like playing the bongo, just a little. It's like the.
Oh yeah.
Was it like the slam poetry or whatever, where it's like the bongo going?
No, it's more on beat to like the Wellerman. It's like.
Yeah.
I'm so glad someone got that
I got
reference.
you. So, as this is happening, well, it's okay. We're at like the wrap up point anyway. I don't want to keep you any longer, Johnny, because I know it's we're using Johnny's house for this episode.
It's a great room.
But it's a
great room.
It's a toasty room.
It's a toasty room for sure. I'll bring a fan one of these days. We'll just like set it up.
By the end of the summer, it's gonna be awesome.
That'll
The
be
audio.
great for the mic. Well, don't speak too soon. We peaked a lot this episode.
There was a lot of laughter.
Sorry, guys.
To leave us, Bray, you want to be taken back?
You said it's worse up here?
It's pretty. I mean, you tell me. But like, there's like seagulls flapping around like bird poop. There's these. Worst of all, not a single one of these men looks remotely interested in you. It's
I'm done. Take me back.
the elf sort of like, yep.
Just-
Points and like leads you back down.
When he opens the door, just Rue opens his eyes like, and he kind of just looks like, I've still got 3 more minutes before you have to. Before you, I still got 5 more. Still get 3 more minutes apiece, man.
He's got the door half open. He kind of like blocks you, Melody, and closes the door. Says, you got a few more minutes. The man paid for it.
Is there a light on in this room?
There's a light like a little bit coming
Come
through
on,
the door.
don't deny Rin didn't want
No,
some
there
peace.
probably isn't because they probably made it so that no light escapes.
I still
Just the dull dripping sound from up above. You doing okay there?
You're just like,
For those who can't see my face,
just
just imagine the silence. How long is this trip?
2-3 days, favorable winds. You know, it'll be maybe 2.5.
Will you be fishing the whole time?
Well, yeah, we got to look like we're a fishing boat that got lost. Is kind of the thing we go for. Does it work? I don't know. Never been caught, but
So
it's good to have
works.
fish.
It's
Maybe.
good.
I'll drink when I'm
great to have
hungry.
Do you have water that's
Eat
not
when I'm
salty?
hungry and
Yeah, we got some water. Would you like a cup?
I
A
would
mug?
like maybe fill this
Look, you give him what is this?
water skin.
Water skin? Yeah, I'll fill that up for you. Pops it off kind of haphazardly and like. You want me to bring it back for you? Or you coming back up?
No, I would not like to go back up. Thank you. I would just like
Right.
my water.
All right, you stay here. You get the heads up. And eventually he comes back down with this like water skin sealed. There you are.
Smell it.
I'm gonna like grab around. I can't see
Oh, yeah.
anything.
He kind of like takes your hand like kind of delicately, but like by 2 fingers, and like leads you over to the door handle.
Yeah, and I just
There you go.
I'll help you in.
Lights on in
Well,
here.
if the door opens, the
Then there's
lights.
light, yeah.
Okay, I'll help you when the door closes.
You just hear
There's a light on your side. so
Rue
it's like-
just sighs.
Oh right, we also have the lantern.
Yes.
It's nice in here now.
I'll
Um,
roll up, take like an extra bedroll. You said there's a few. I'll take an extra bedroll and like pile it on top so it's extra cushy.
Ah, yes.
And I'll sit in the corner and just pluck at my loot.
I cast shape water and I just start telling them stories.
No.
Using
Hey,
water.
You know
there you
what?
go,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm gonna count my money.
come on. Hey, Melody. You know what? You know any good sea shanties?
Yeah, guys.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I'm not really a sea gal. I do it.
me.
I normally travel in much more favorable conditions.
I assume.
Yeah, this isn't really my vibe. I'm not really feeling it.
Is
Song.
this where we're...
A song to take
I
our
think
mind
so.
off then.
I will keep
Leave her, Johnny, leave. You know what? Come on, Assassin's Creed. Come on.
Oh, I know. There's a
I don't know what Assassin's
ton
Creed
of
is, but
East
okay.
Coast that we could get into.
Oh yeah, there is a
So-
ton. I actually, you know what?
As we pan out from the ship, you are in this cramped kind of like.
I would like to find out what my other artifacts are.
Yes. What ones do you have?
I have
Damien,
the
definitely send you that list
single
of sea
crossbow
shan-
bolt
my sea
with
shanty
a
playlist.
brass fist.
Yes, I believe that is a bolt of walloping,
Nice.
which I will send you the details for. But I need to say it on stream so people know that it's a thing.
A
And what's the
bolt
other
of
one?
what?
Scimitar that
Walloping.
sheds bright blue light.
That is essentially what it is. I will send
Just
you
a
the
glowing
full
scimitar?
name. Effectively, yeah. I think there might be a condition where it glows, but I'll confirm that with you
Cool.
afterwards.
Cool, cool, cool.
For the audience, it's a glowing scimitar.
It glows when orcs are nearby.
Wait,
Well, when
did we get
elves are nearby.
Sting?
No,
Yeah, it's sting, but different.
different. It's a scimitar, not a dagger.
Yeah, you silly
Um,
goose.
On that note, thank you all for listening. To those of you who are, and we will see you all at another time.
Bye, friends.
Pure chaos.
Adios.